sunshine. Bring me a dream. Well, here I am. Oops, not Rumble. Not on Rumble. That'd be stupid. What would have done there? I mean, I love like the end of the video. It's always just got like a bit of the King of Queens. I love like the end of the video. It's always just got like because for some reason, every time I stop my stream, it automatically goes to the next part. And for some reason, it always goes to like, because I told you, sometimes I fall asleep with my computer like just playing, but my TV turns off because I've got a TV which just automatically turns off after I think it's like half an hour of me not doing anything. So like I'll just like watch something. I fall asleep, and then I wake up. It's just been going for a whole night. I'm telling you, it's no skin off my nose, I guess. But I think YouTube must love me. They must honestly love me, even though I sometimes give money. I'm definitely not like a massive pay pig, but in terms of ad revenue, I'm definitely got to be up there. Like to have they would love to have like a customer a bit like me, just someone who's just doing that. Like, I go to sleep for like 8 hours. For all I know, I might get snagged on some like guy's like random channel. The algorithm pushes it on me, and he might just have like something. I remember there was a period. I don't think it happens so much now, but it might do because again, I don't know what's happening when I'm asleep. But I remember there was a period. I think it was like during COVID. That's when I noticed it really bad. There was like a few times where um, I was like working in the office of my old house, but I had like a window which I could use to like see into the living room where I'd set up a creche where like my boys were, and I had like episodes of it was definitely like it was like an official channel which was like Peppa Pig episodes, and I was watching them just in case. Yeah, there was some weird episodes where something inappropriate was. I wasn't happening. I was watching it the whole time. Um, and there was a period where I was on a call in a meeting, so I couldn't really leave. And then like my eye just got drawn to like the TV, and I noticed it was on an advert, and the advert had been going for like 15 minutes or something, and it was like a cartoon advert about some company doing something about like CO2 reduction or some shit like that, and it was like a fucking like hour-long advert, and like I couldn't do anything. It was harmless, but my kids were just kind of like, well, they were just playing with toys and stuff, so it wasn't. But it was just I was just there, and I could not believe it. I was just watching it, just hoping it was going to like just go back. It wasn't. I was just thinking this is the sort of like stuff, and it happens before, where not so much now. I'm surprised they don't do it now because with the state of like YouTube now, you would expect they would. But there used to be like these fucking like Citroen adverts and stuff, and it would be like Citroen presents, and it'd be like a whole symphony orchestra, and it would just be playing like classical music, and I was like, what the fuck? And it was like 2 hours long. And I think I remember like one time waking up, and I do like I took like, it wasn't when I was here, it was when I was in my old place, and like the advert I'd got to like 2 hours in on an advert, and I think I just like clicked off. And I was thinking, whoever has that channel is probably not like a sizable amount, but maybe like even like 20 cents probably just from me watching a 2 hour advert. I don't know how the ad revenue works, but I don't know what they expect to think either. I don't know if they assume that if someone's going to sit and watch a 2 hour Citroen orchestra, maybe they'll buy a car. I don't know. It's just very strange, but whatever. They just do all this shit. Um, but yeah, here we are. Time marches on, doesn't it? Just taking a deep breath. Smell that, Mr. Anderson. It's the smell of inevitability. I think I'll probably get past this. I don't know. I don't really have a desire to buy Pragmata. My parents asked me because they're going into like the big city, and they were like, "Do you want to come with on the weekend?" And I said, "It depends on I get paid because technically this Friday is the last Friday, but I technically don't get paid till the 27th, which is not till next Monday. So I'm assuming I probably won't get paid Friday. I might do, but I don't think so. It is just unfortunate. I think this is like the worst time you can really get it. It's like on the month is when it comes on like a Monday. So you've got like the weekend. You're just like, I can't really do anything. Well, it's not like that because it's. I'm not like hemorrhaged. I'm not like strapped. I do have I'm not like absolutely not like rich by no means at all. I got like a bit account, a tiny little bit of nest egg. That's like the white man's gold. This is it now. Like white man's gold's been stripped. It's not my time at the moment. All my money is being held by Indians and like the Muslims, the black people, just for the time. But they're just keeping hold of it for the time. And that's the way I see it. They can have fun with it now, and they have fun with the cars and all the places and everything they eat. That's fine, but they'll go and they won't be able to take it with them. So I'm just seeing it as they're just like they get to enjoy it now, and then they'll go back to whatever country. And then if we decide we want to like maybe try and maybe get back what they took from us in some ways. Maybe we just decide to build an army and just think, okay, let's maybe push back. Yeah, maybe. Who knows what could happen? Remember, what's not like ethical now might not be like this in 5 years' time. So I'm allowed to talk in like generals in the future. Because I think we need to, and I think there's a very good reason why certain people are trying to stop us from building an army, and I know why. I think I know why. I think like the Israelis they know that the new generation. I've said this, that the Zoomers and stuff. They're not gonna care about it. They've lost all this like guilt. They don't have any Holocaust guilt. They don't care. None of them care. A lot of these people, like just young kids, just think they're probably in their own way feel like they're being treated worse, about as bad as the people who went to the Holocaust. So all that shit just doesn't work anymore. And then kids aren't being goy-lorded by TV as well because they're smart and they go on the internet and things. So people are like much more likely to go on these different like websites and like actually like read different takes on things, which aren't just like curated things made by the media to have a narrative. And I think they know that, and they know like their PR has just gone down the drain because after the whole Gaza stuff, it just turned everyone off. Even the people who hated them, or like the Muslims, it just tripled how much they hated them. And then all the like lefties and stuff just didn't like them. And then like people like me, the righties, we don't really like them because like, I'm just. You can't tell me that there is no agenda happening. You can cope and say, where's the proof? But this is the problem, is like, this is what, again, the Jewish people and these people want. They know that you're not going to be able to get them with proof. So they think they're safe because they're like, well, it's not fair. They can get the proof from this. And it's just like, this is just like what's always happening. But you just have to change it. You just have to have someone who's just got a little bit of gumption and you just make a risk and you just go, fuck it. Maybe if Israel just doesn't have so much influence, let's just try it out. Let's just see what happens. We can just send them all back, just strip them from all their powers. Just say you're not allowed to work in our like country, companies and stuff. Perhaps maybe whatever money that you've made, you can take back to Tel Aviv. We'll let you do that. But like you just have to go back, and you're just not allowed to now work. And we're just not going to let it. We'll just put a law in. We'll just say you're not allowed. We'll just say we just don't like. We just want to see what happens. We'll try it for like 5 years. And if we want you back, we'll see. And then we'll do it, and we'll suddenly notice that like OnlyFans and like degenerate porn and stuff just is not being put in the mainstream so much. They're not only making these weird like Euphoria TV shows or these like weird like Black to the Sinners films, and we'll notice that we'll start to notice that in the celebrity ecosystem, celebrities will be rebranded again, and they won't be like these strange like lefties who are like mixed race black people or like white people who have to do humiliation rituals. They'll be probably like good looking. Like what straight white dudes who will be trying to like advocate having a family and having cute kids, and they'll like have their cute kids and stuff, and they'll try and like encourage people to have cute kids because this is what they want to do. But I even brought this point because Big Bungee, or whatever his name is, he's been basically like completely like taken off the internet because again he's just too real. He's too real. So you've got like the you got like the what do you call them, commentary community. I suppose Katie actually does technically belong in that. She'd be like the British ones where you got like iNabber and used to be like I'm Alex and shit like that. All these like losers. But on the American side, you just had like Turkey Tom, Nicholas Diorio, um, I don't really feel like Tectone counts, but they're just all these like fucking losers, and I kept noticing it, and I just kept thinking like, why are they all so ugly? Why are they all so ugly looking? Why is there just no good looking like white guys? It's so weird. There are loads of good looking white guys. It's just so weird. We never have any good looking white guys who are just like not fucked. They have to like be some kind of like they have to be like a degenerate, and this is the humiliation ritual. I think it's just got to the point now where it's obvious. It's obvious. It's not a coincidence. It's obvious, and if it is a coincidence, it's because of like who the system and how like people are being voted up. And now I'm telling you how it is. It's because there's a zeitgeist of people, like a big group of people. So you've got like the Indians, the Muslims, the black people, and like women, and you have to pick one of them. White people don't really have one because it's just they're not really the ones who are terminally online all the time. I'm not really terminally. Well, I guess you could say I am, but I don't have a platform. I'm just talking myself. But I'm talking like people who don't have a job, they don't have kids, and that's why they don't want these people to promote that. They don't want to have, Chuck McGuyson, who's like some ripped white dude who I guess is like as hot as clavicular, but he hasn't got drugs, he doesn't use meth, he doesn't go on these weird benders and stuff, and he just maybe just has a stream where again he's just like talking about normal things. He's just trying to talk to like people about don't just be like goy lords and just go and try and like earn just money in any means possible, like try and find some value in your life. But that's not the narrative they want because they don't want that. Because if that Chuck McGuyson goes on and he's got his like hot wife and his kids, then other people are going to do that, and that means they're not going to watch the TV as much, are they? And that means that they lose customers, and that's literally basically probably what it is. It's just that's it. So it's like every time I see anyone, they're always childless because they know they can't be. They don't want them to have children. That's the whole point. They just want childless people to go and like tell people what to do, and they inflate their egos by giving them money, but they give them the money on a narrative basis that it will just fuck them up and give them this like Napoleon syndrome, and then they go on and just preach about stuff they have no right in talking about. You get like Tectone going on and probably talking about all this stuff about God knows what stuff to do with children's rights, and you just think, oh, what right? You have no skin in the game. But he'll sit there and he'll he's a narcissist, but he's a narcissist. So he'll just tell you that he knows everything, and he's just right about everything. And because it's also because his fans, because he like loves hentai and like lolly, they'll be Indian, and Indians just never apologize. So to get the Indian audience, you have to be like super narcissistic, and you have to be because there's all like ESAP for them. So that's why like it's like they won't respect you if you apologize. They'll just want you to be like really, really like narcissistic, never apologize, just be like really offensive and really antisocial, and just be really degenerate, and just be like that because that's just low IQ stuff. It's just like repetitive. Remember when I read that thing out yesterday? It was like the repetitive stuff. And it's like that. That's what they want. They just want like things to be repetitive. So they like Tectone again because he's really loud. He talks like this, chat. Chat. Can you hear me, chat? It's because you have to. You can't talk too fast because like the retarded Indians and black people. Sir, I cannot understand you. If you want my $5 sticky curry donation, you need to speak much more slow. I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk like a fucking lobotomized idiot just to like make shekels off It's not integrity. It's why there's like parts of China with like the money system, which I kind of get. They basically just made it so if you make money, I suppose in a dishonest way, it's not worth as much. I think that's brilliant. I think that's really good. So it's like if you do, I suppose if you're like an escort, even though it's probably illegal in China, but I'm just going to give you an example. If you're like an escort, it'd be like you'd you get given like £100 or whatever it is, and you probably just I don't know. This is just a bad example because you'd have to be paid in electronically. But then when you paid that money in electronically and you claimed like how you got it, because they would ask you and it would be heavily audited. If you like did it from like nefarious means, they might not give you the full amount for it and they'll just tax it or something. And I just think it's brilliant. It's like yeah, if you're like in the Western nation, you're a whore. I don't think they get paid online of that. I'm always intrigued to say that. Like, I always want to like kind of ask that like fucking Irish women, like, how does it work? Does you just get paid cash, like some kind of actual whore? Do they have to like, are they actually paid like some kind of like? Did it give you on PayPal or something like that? It's actually because if you do it on PayPal, there's actually now like a. Do you know what I mean? It's now actually like proof, so it's easier for people to find out. But I don't know if it is actually legal. I mean, this is just what these women appear to be doing. They literally are sleeping with dudes for money, and it's fine. It's obviously fine. It's just obviously okay. Because I guess how can you prove it? Because if you could just say, oh no, I just fucked him, and then he just gave me this like Dior bag or Chanel bag or some shit. That's what I'm telling you. It's like entertainment. It's all a massive Ponzi scam. You know, like when you played RuneScape. This will take you back. But when you played RuneScape, they changed it. So they changed the way the money system worked. And this is kind of how, in a sense, it might have to turn out. What it did basically is RuneScape it's really funny how they sorted it out. They were aware that there were people who I guess were like using fraud or like illicit means to try and because they were just items that were being sold, for example, like party hats, and they were becoming like uncontrollably valuable. But then, RuneScape stopped it, so they made it so that you can't. Every item has got like a limit to how much you can pay. So like if you like go into your like the barter system and you try to sell a cake, you can't pay more than like I don't know double the amount for the cake or some shit. It was really fucked. Like I never cared for RuneScape because it just wasn't. But I remember a lot of my friends really hated it, and I could see why because it just basically removed the whole like haggling system with like RuneScape, and that was. But you can see why that was the reason they got rid of it because that's what people were doing. They were just going around and they were doing like the whole trying to on the RuneScape start with a pencil and then end up with like I don't know dragon armor or some shit. Just because you could do that if you were just good enough and you just knew where to go and you knew like the people to talk to and stuff. And it's just what people were doing. And then you could just sell the money and make loads of profit from it. So you by them doing that, it just essentially stopped. People from doing that, just like selling gold. I think that might have been the biggest issue. Now I don't know what it's like now, but I do remember like that system just did stop like a lot of that shit, and that's maybe what we would have to do here. You'd just be like, if some dude is streaming, they just can't earn over a certain amount of money. If they do, it just instantly gets taxed. And it's just too bad. It's just we'll just have to write a new contract with the whatever. We'll just do it for the sake of just trying to encourage kids to do different things who don't give a fuck. Like, it would decentivize people to be streamers because it'd be like, for example, so Asmongold, he can only make like a maximum amount of about 150 grand a year. So he might still do it. But at least he's not getting paid like stupid amounts of money, and it's like a bit more like reasonable, and you just be like, okay, fine. And then because he's not like earning like stupid amounts of money, again, so this Napoleon syndrome is that people are gonna like listen to him and be like, oh, he's got money, man, so he must know everybody he's talking about. And then it probably like discouraged people from being streamers as well. Like, all these fucking black people, even though I'm in my hypothetical, black people aren't even in this, like in my vision, because they're the worst when it comes to streaming. Like, they don't do anything. Every time I watch a black streamer, it's literally the same shit. It's just they're in their like shitty house, and it's just they've ruined the house, don't they? They've probably rented it, or buy. I assume they probably rented it, which makes it even worse. But like they always like paint the walls black, and then they like paint like some like cartoon characters, and they make them black. So it'd be like Rick and Morty, but they make Rick and Morty black, and they're always like smoking weed. And then you got like Homer Simpson and Bart both high, and again it's like Bart's meant to be like 9 or 10. It's just really weird. Um, and then they just sit in front of a computer, and they just say the most bullshit platitudes ever. It's always the same bullshit platitudes. Kai Cenat used to always do it, and I used to always rip on them next because some fuckhead would always clip it, and they'd always be like emotional about it. But Kai is such a real one for saying this. It was just a Jed, 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 Jed. Be real, Jed. If you wanna, Jed, if you wanna be like me, Jed, you gotta lock in. You just gotta keep locking in. Chad, people tell you you'll never be able to make it. But trust me, when you can look your mom in the eye and say you've got a million subscribers, it brings a tear to my eye. It's like, can you imagine like that is like your what you deem successful? What you deem successful is a white person's made a platform using a white system, the internet, with white computers made by cameras and electricity and infrastructure in a white country where you're using white currency, dollars, and your biggest thing that you want to do is just become a success. So you don't own the company, you don't own that company, you don't own do you see what I'm saying? It's like you're still a slave to that company, just like anyone. Like, this is why I always think it's really funny when you get like these like YouTubers, and they're like, "It's so good being my own boss," and I'm like, "You kind of are, but you're not." Because if you still like go online, you say the N word, that you get fired by your boss. So you're not really. But that's like your goal. That's your dream. And you get money, and again, like, what are you doing with that money? Well, nothing. You just hedonistically go around, you'll spend it on yourself, just buying flashy shit, because that's what low IQ people do. Just buy loads of gold, buy loads of these cars, and that's what the Jewish people want, because they all own all the garages and all the places and all the jewelry, and they want that. They don't want, because if I get that much money, I will keep it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm smart. I'll sit on it, and I'll very methodically try to like not spend it, so I don't have to again. Like, black people won't do that. They'll just get paid like 100K a month, and they're stupid. They think they'll keep getting it all the time. That's why you get all these like sports players who just end up being destitute after like a couple of years, and it's just that's the game. That's the whole game. The Jewish people who own the football clubs, even though the black people probably are genetically like more better at the game, which I'm not going to doubt. Even that there probably are like straight white dudes who could do it. They won't want to hire them because they don't want to give their money to them. We're the enemies. We are their biggest enemy. On every single, if you go into Tel Aviv and go into like any like rabbi, he'll have like a picture of like someone like me on a dartboard, and there'll like loads of darts in it. And underneath it'll say our bioweapons, and I'll have a picture of like Indians, Muslims, and Indians, Muslims, and black people. And they're using them as like chess pieces at the moment. So what they're doing is they've got like in Canada, they're like moving the Indians into Canada. Their plan being is to remove all that, get all the Indians in Canada. Then they'll like mysteriously allow Canadians to buy weapons again. All the Indians will buy weapons, and then suddenly they've got a force, and they'll push them all into America. You'll see, they'll do it. And then at that point, they'll do that while the civil war in America is happening between the blacks and the whites. So then they're weak, so they'll have to be being pincered in. And the Jewish people will all just be sat there in Tel Aviv, and they'll be on their big screen TV, and they'll love it. They'll just all be there, and they'll be like tipping their, I forgot, they have some special wine they drink. And they'll all be loving it. You'll see. And then when the camera goes to like speak to Netanyahu about the situation, he'll like pretend to be really upset about it. Be like, We are sending our condolences over to America, who are unfortunately going through this horrible situation with the Indians. Didn't you meet Modi the other week? Oh yes, but I was reprimanding him. I definitely did not thank him for doing that. It's what happened, and this is what's happening here as well. They know that the countries which have nuclear weapons in Europe is France and England, so they're the ones they need to stop the most. And I know why, but I'm not allowed to say it because I will get banned. But I know what the plan. I know what they're scared of happening, and they're right to be scared because actually it is a really good plan. So I'm going to try and unravel it because I think I know. Let's just say there is a country that is very scared about nuclear weapons being used, and it isn't. It's not America. It's not the Middle East. Well, it kind of is the Middle East. Hey, look, is someone listening to me? Hey, hello. Let's write something in the chat. Write something in the chat. Yeah. So yeah, it's just mad. It is mad. What's gonna happen? Not really sure. Because now Trump's like dilly-dallying around with Iran. It's just stupid. Because it's clear that their only influence is money, and it's just stupid. It's just really stupid. There's just too many greedy people on this planet. But what can I do? I can keep going. That's what I'll do. No matter what you do, every day you just gotta keep going. Then this is the true grind. This is why, like, it's bullshit when you get like Kai Cenat, like I Shrewsbury doing their shitty like platitudes. As I bet you, like, even I Show Speed, well, when he was doing his like shitty like first streams, when he was like playing with like a gorilla, like, his like phone, he probably still like, even had like 20 like orbiters who were black, and just being like his little wingman. Don't stop, Speed. We love you. You're black, so we gotta love you. But me, oh no. I see people who join. If I was black, maybe I put blackface on and I just pretended to be black. That could be really funny, actually. I'd try to get in trouble. But, hey, welcome to my stream. I was just about to go get my KFC from the day. And they'd be like, ooh, I'll stay on for this. And I'll just sit there and just go. I just put some like rap music on the background and I'll just get loads of donations. Dude, that chicken looks lit. Oh, tell me what gravy you got. And I'm like, wow, being black is so good. I don't even have to do anything. I just gotta sit here. Hey, I'm just about to go have a shit. I'm like, do you mind if we see? I'm like, okay. Not in a sexual way, but this is what black people do. They just want to see everything a black guy. They want to see everything a rich black guy does. So he'll be on the toilet having a shit, and he'll just like have his desk in front of him, and just. I'd be like, anyway, you just gotta keep him working as hard as possible, no matter what you. Oh dear. I remember I wrote that. That was the comment that the black guys got really angry on, because I remember yesterday I said that like these black guys gang up on me. I think I literally wrote. It was like some guy who was like some like white account was just complaining about just how retarded like black streaming was, and I just added to it. I was like, it's true. Right? I saw like 9 out of 10 black streams. I view it is just them sat like literally, and I just said something that's like egregious. It's just like masturbating, like eating chicken or like something, and then everyone's just on their stream just like jerking them off, and that's when the two black guys got really angry about it. Yo, man, you play with toys for gig lords. I'm like, dude, you're my toy. You don't understand this because you're too dumb, but you're my toy. You talking to me, you're my toy. I go on social media because you entertain me. You're toyed to the Jewish people as well. You're being used to just like this. You're either too stupid or you do know, and you're just like, you can't deal with it. It's like the reality and cope has come too much for them. So they just can't accept it. And you'd think that they would learn that and get really, really angry and like actually again side up with Whitey to try and take down. No, 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 no. Because they see it as like an ends to a mean, or maybe it's like a blood thing where it's like they feel like they should kind of still be like neo slaves to some extent, but because they're being given money, not knowing the money they've been given is actually again still to serve a purpose. They don't know that. They don't understand that. It's like I said, it's like when there was that Gout guy who was like that black, like literally looks like he's like not evolved. I said that. I said what Jewish people do is they'll like be in Tel Aviv and they'll all like the committee of them will be there and there'll be like a special committee whose job it will be is to just go to like the most dangerous countries in the world. And they'll go there with like all their like black security guards, and their job will just be to go into like these like remote. And I'm not even joking. This is how fucked they will be. They'll just be trying to like find the most ugly black guy, and they'll find him. It'll be like there was a good contender was that, and I think they would have picked him if he didn't get like found out before. He was like this massive fucking black guy, and it's like something was wrong with his head, and it was like he literally did look like one of those trolls from this game. His head is just like swollen up, like I don't know what it was. It was like a massive cyst or something, and he just looked like an ogre. He literally looked like Quasimodo, and he was like 7 foot tall, and he just had like the like gangliest kind of proportions, but you just think like he could probably easily still like dunk a ball without like jumping. And this is what Jewish people do. They're like, we know that we can use basketball as an excuse to make a black man rich. So all we need to do is find a black man who's very tall, so they could just dunk a ball, and we just because there's loads of shit going on about how like basketball games are rigged, and that's just it. So I'm telling you that goes hand in hand. They're choosing who gets to be famous. So they'd go to like Africa, they would find this guy with a big head, and they'd be like, you want to come with me? We'll pay you 10 million a year. And they'd be like, oh yes, I like that. And then they'll probably like give their like family in Africa like some money as well, because they've got loads of money. You don't understand. These people have so much money, they can't do anything with it because they live in Tel Aviv and it gets bombed to fuck. They can't build anything. They have all this money, but they've got nothing to do with it, because if they just build a massive football stadium, or just give an example, opera house, they'll just get bombed. So this is it. It's like they just got all this money, but they've got nothing to do with it. That's why they want to come to the West, because then they can do stuff. So then they'll fly him back, and they'll put him in like I don't know, one of the fucking whatever football gang teams out, one of the very many basketball gang teams which are probably owned by a Jewish person, because this is just what they've done. The Jewish people just want to take everything that you like as a white man and to destroy it and ruin it. And that's why I also think that there's, like there was a wave back when GameCube was out and PS2 was out. There used to be all these like independent game studios which used to make the best games, and usually they were just like a small group of a couple of white people. And what happened was during that period, it was just where like Microsoft, it was like where all these like big companies were just buying all these like companies out. So to give you an example, Microsoft bought Rare, and Rare was a company that was like renowned for making like Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Perfect Dark, some of like the best games. And then they bought them. They made a Project Dark game for the Xbox 360, which was pretty shit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it was ambitious, but it just when like Halo came out, just no one cared about it. It was like fun to play when it first came out, and again like new online gaming was just really like new, and like the idea of even just knowing you're playing a game and then like my friend would be like, look, that guy's from a different country, and I was like, whoa, like that's the kind of like level when it was okay. Like now you never think that. You just play Fortnite, like yeah, of course they're from a different country. It's like more rare now if you're able to play games where you're not like in a you're playing split screen. And then like drawing a dick on the wall with like your gun was like so like cutting edge back then. So you'd be like, because you couldn't talk to each other. Well, I think you could. No, I do think you could. But it was like my friend didn't have a microphone, and I remember it took us ages to get one. Because I used to say, "Dude, give me the mic, give me the headset, and I'm just gonna like, yell at all the people." And I used to love it. I used to absolutely love it. And I used to just my friend would be playing, and I'd just be like I'd just be on. So it was just perfect. So I just spend the whole time just like ripping into everyone, and then like. My friend was playing, so I was basically doing Sniper Wolf before Sniper Wolf was doing it. I'd just be like, dude, are you a fucking gay lord or something like that? And they'd be like, hey, don't call me that. And this was back before again you could get like banned and stuff, so you could just say anything, and people would. You just go on there and there's like be some like white guy and just like keep yelling the N word. It was just really funny. And you just play like Saints Row, you know, like shoot someone, shotgun. Just go, oh, you N word. I'd be like, yeah, oh, that's brilliant. And he'd be like, I'm gonna come around and like rape your mom. And he'd be like, oh my god! And when you first heard it as a kid, you think it's actually gonna happen. And then someone like sends you a voice note. Hey dude, you're such a fucking gay lord. I'm gonna come around and choke you out. He'd be like, you turn your Xbox off and like put a towel over your TV. But that's great. This is so good. And then they made a shitty Banjo-Kazooie game, which is like notoriously like probably one of the worst games I think I ever. I remember seeing it like on the shelf, and it just didn't feel right. It was an Xbox game. I just remember looking at it, and I just was like, "Why is Banjo-Kazooie like the Xbox?" It just didn't feel right, and it just looked at the back of the box, and the graphics just looked really like not good. Like, they had obviously like renovated it, but it was just. I just felt like it lost the charm. From what I understand, the game was just unplayable. It just was not. Just some shitty mechanic where you're making cards or something. It's like, fuck that. No one wants to do that. It's just, again, it was like when modern gaming was like trying to work itself out. So I think because like all these game developers had just been given like a new console with like a much bigger scale. I think everyone was like obsessed that they had to just fill everything in. So there was all these like games where it was just I remember them. They were like what they call them, like collectathons, where it's just okay, you're gonna have to like collect like 100,000 like gems, and it's like fuck that. Like, no one wants to do that. It was like okay when you maybe played like what's it called, like Banjo's Kazooie. Or Donkey Kong or whatever it was, and you would like, okay, fair enough, because I guess like that was like pushing the limit, and it was probably just about big enough, and also I think like gaming was just a bit more different then, because it's just I think just once things kind of kicked off with the internet, in a way things just got worse. I think like things are generally like better when people just kept to their own communities and they weren't always like peeking over each other's garden. I think that's just what's causing most of the issues. Instead of people doing stuff, they're just looking at what other people are doing. So it just ends up that no one's doing anything. It's like with women, no women want to have kids. They're all just like too scared. They all think that it's not right to have their kids now. Someone else to do it is what they say. And it's like every woman does that. Every single woman. It's so funny. Every time I go online, that I will always like bump into, because I told you I don't follow anyone. So I'm like Mihawk. I just like float around. And if it's someone who I just want, that he says something that I just want to have a go, I'll just get my sword out and just have a massive swing at them. Just see what they do. Maybe they'll just ignore it. Do they go after me? Do they forward what reply? Whatever. I'm just trying to test stuff out. You get all these like right wing women, because I think it's the new pick me now, and some of these women are aware of that, and they're like on social media, don't have children, not married, post like thirst traps where like they're sat on a piano, but they're wearing like yoga pants, and it's like their arse is just like in the center of the frame, protruding out, and they're like sat there like, what should I play on the piano? And it's like, okay, so you're right, are you? And they're like, I don't like all this white guilt stuff that's going around. I think white people just need to like come together and work as a team. we need to like work to repopulate the country and stuff. And it's like, I'm just like, I'll just say something like, what are you doing then to stop this? So you're just on the internet, which means that you're basically it's detrimental to yourself because you being on social media just means that you're just not focusing on having a family, and you're going to be like, you're going to have your brain rotted because you're just going to you're going to be like looking at all the top people, and you're not going to be able to get with them. I'm afraid. You're just not going to be able to get with them. Even if you're like an attractive woman, you probably are not going to. You might be able to fuck them. They'll fuck you, but they're probably not going to settle with you because if they're good, if they're really, really good looking and they want to stay like single, they're not going to get married. So again, it's like they don't want to. They don't actually want to be right wing because if they were, they would have to not be on the internet and submit to a man. So I think I wrote that. So are you willing to submit to me as another white man? Get off the internet because you're taking money off a man. And if you're going to say no, he is. If she's not there and no other women are there, that money just gets used somewhere else, doesn't it? It's not going to go to her. They would find a man because we just ban women off social media. They just don't work. So we don't have like simps who are just giving them money, and that's the grift. That's why I call them out because I know that's what they're doing. They're trying to again still they're pretending to be a right wing pick me, but they're not right wing. They're secretly wanting to still like live in the leftist view where it's like they're the women who get to go on social media making money, and that's not right. That's not being on the right. That's that's just being like yeah, again it's like the feminist dream. She's living the halo effect. She doesn't have kids. She's like in her like mid-20s. Like again, like a fairly good-looking woman, but she doesn't want to have kids. She doesn't want to settle down. She doesn't want to do that. She's gonna like ride on her for another 5 years. Wait until she's 30, had her time, then she'll like sell some. It's the same game. They just all the same. That's why you just need to stop them. You need to stop them. Just say you have to stop. Women have to stop using social media. Women can use social media when they're over 40. How about that? When you're over 40, you can use social media. Because then you'll be like an old woman and no one will care. And the people who do care, they're fine. They can have you. They never respond. Part of that, again, is probably the narcissism. Because I don't have a check mark. So, like being an ugly man, not having a check mark is basically being invisible to women. Because they're narcissists. They all think they're better and smarter than you. You got to push back. They're shit testing you because they're not. They know they're not, and I know they're not. And all I say to them is, well, we can have a debate, and we'll see who wins the debate, and then we'll have a physical fight, and we'll see who survives the physical fight, and then we'll just judge based off the two results. Let's just say who's left. Let's just say like who's alive afterwards. They're the one who gets to make the decision. How does that sound? You might say it's barbaric, but oh well. I mean, this is. Have you not seen nature? Have you not seen animals? They do that. If you have a rowdy male who's in the group, even in guinea pig groups, so the two boars will fight, and they will get to the point where they will end. They can try and kill each other. I did have two brothers I had to split because that was happening. It's just a shame. It's just because it's just they when they're like young, they love each other, and it's just because they're males. It's just what happens. It's because they both want to be like the alpha, don't they? And it's the same with men and women. You can't both be the alpha. One of us is going to have to concede. So you can push against me, but I'm just going to keep pushing back. And I've gone through a lot more shit than whatever blondie girl and ex has gone through. Probably her hardest thing is I had an abortion because she slept with some black guy when she went to uni. That's not inspirational. It's not inspirational at all. It's just you being an idiot and like and getting like loads of women to like just jerk you off because the women just like that. It's the sisterhood. No one cares anymore. Like, you're just laughable at this point. This isn't how the world works. Right. So let's have a look. So we still have more of the Katy Perry essay. I didn't get through that at all. Debating strangers about OnlyFans. That was so cool. So funny even. I mean, Kay's a pussy. She only got 171 videos. Like, I've got 3 times as many videos. So a fucking loser, mate. And I hope that terrifies her, because luckily I've backed them up, because I'm aware that this channel probably will just go down. But I hope that it might stay up. A dream of mine would be to just, but that's the thing. This is why it won't happen. You can just see it. There's just. I don't know. I don't know. Like, maybe because I don't know. No, I don't think that's right. Because I have had an account that was terminated. I had an account before this. For like it just got nuked. It just absolutely got nuked. Because I had actually my previous account. I had actually been that I actually did. It was when I first got my PS5. So the first video I think I uploaded was me playing like Final Fantasy Rebirth. It was the first game I played on PS5. I was like so excited. It was so cool when I played it. And that's gone now. That memory is now lost because the powers that be of YouTube decided that they didn't give me a chance. They just said, "This is what I mean. YouTube is just like they can do whatever they want. If you're Indian and you work at YouTube, you just do what you want." They didn't give me a strike. They just nuke my channel. I never know how it works. It's like they have like content strikes, copyright strikes, and then you can just get nuked. It's weird. And you'll speak to like the losers who like love YouTube, and they're like, "No, it makes perfect sense. Actually, it makes. I love like YouTube. I got such a good relationship with them because they got some Indian dude who like talks to them. Hello, Katie. She'll have one. Kay will have one. She's over 100K. Hello, Katie. Have you decided? I think if you make more slop videos, you can make a lot more money. Well, I don't really know. Come on, Katie. You've only made 4 videos this week. Sanjay could have made 10 already. He's just used the old AI. Katie's like, wow, I don't really know if I want to do it. Come on, Katie. Indians love the slop. Come on, feed us the slop. Katie's like, oh, wow, I do love shekels. Oh, we all love shekels. Oh, I do love shekels. And just remember, never have any children. Wow, don't you see what I look like? Of course I'm not. Well, I just got to make sure. Oh, how coincidental. She's actually talking about these tattoos. So I do think she's watching me. So hi, Katie. Why don't you invite me on to your podcast? I'm sure we can talk. You can call me like misogynist and racist and a bigot and Islamophobic and homophobic and incel or pedo, gaylord, massive freak, no friends. Just say what you like. I don't care. It's fine. I don't care. Ultimate narcissism can be ultimate sociopath. I don't care. You can literally cut me and I do bleed. That's probably the only pain you can actually cause me. Like, seriously, go for it. You can go for my kids if you want. Not that, like, it's not even that I would not be. It's just because I don't know you and you don't know my kids. So I just rationally know, like, if you say anything about them, it's just irrelevant. Who cares? You have no idea who they are. That's why, like, that's always my logic. If, like, even an Indian person threatens them, I just laugh because I just think I can't. Firstly, I can't believe you're even saying that because you yourself lose if you're just doing that. But also, it's like it's hilarious because it's like you don't know them. So you thinking it offends me is like hilarious because you don't know them. Oh, I did it! The Almighty crown. So what loads of treasure so. But anyway, the biggest scandal at the moment is they're alleging that Turkey Tom and Nicholas Dior are both gay, which is an interesting theory. Which is that I think a lot of creators are, because my theory is that I just said it to you, they don't want good-looking, straight, white people who aren't fucked. Clavicular, that's what I mean. Clavicular is straight, good-looking, and white, but he's fucked because takes drugs. It's not natural. He doesn't actually look like that, so he's fucked. That's the humiliation ritual. They're not going to choose someone who's just an honest, hardworking, family-orientated, straight white dude because they don't want to give them credit and money, and they don't want like other copycats to do that. They want to keep promoting mixed race people, Brittany Venti, Valkyrie, Pokimane. That's why it's always really funny when like Brittany Venti still makes. It's like, again, like I'm like I told you, I'm in like the fifth dimension. I'm just like looking down at all this, and it's just all the ants in the circus, just like walking around, the fleas in the circus. So it's like when you see like Brittany Venti's like on a slightly higher podium, and she's like, I'm a slightly better mixed race girl than Pokimane. I'm just like fully wide. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? You disgust me. Name some mixed race people who've done anything good. Oh wait, none, because they only existed in like the fucking like 1960s. So shot yourself in the foot there, you idiot. No black person's going to respect you. No white people's going to respect you. I call you a freak, and I'm sure black people do. I'm sure your black boyfriend who bangs you is probably only doing it for some sick, weird fetish because he can't get a white woman. Sorry if it hurts, but trust me, you think I'm immune to stuff? You think, I haven't been pricked. I've been pricked loads of times. I had to spend night in jail because of people just fucking with me. Go for it. Whatever doesn't kill me will only make me stronger. And whatever kills me will make me the strongest.
Okay, we go at the same time.
Oh.
This time for sure. It's okay. We got this.
I'm not even trying to be fucked. Yeah, it was something I considered. But it was just like Big Bungie just went into massive depth in about like the Turkey Tom shit. And it's just Turkey Tom is just fucked. He's fucked. And it's just, again, to give you, so why did Turkey Tom become famous? So he is white. I think he's bi. So again, that doesn't so he's not straight. So he's not a family man. He's not gonna have kids. And he's not going to teach his people to have that, and he doesn't. I think every time you watch his rhetoric, he just says, "Don't stop gooning," but he never says, "Don't stop gooning to have a family." He's probably just like, because he's like a gay, sexually obsessed person, and he's into age regression, and Kay's mentioned age regression. It's one of these magical phrases that the left use. And I think it comes from the fact that there's a lot of the left, which are immigrants, third worlders, because most people on the left are anti-white. That's just it. Black people, Indian people, Muslim people, Jewish people, women, gay people, they're all the main Mexicans, any people of color. Like, they're all the sort of people who are left. If you just took each one of those demographics and said, which party do you want to vote? I guarantee it will be, well, maybe not the women, because 50% of women did vote for Trump. Me saying white liberal women is a bit redundant. But I think all of the minorities would. And obviously, like, quite a lot of those minority groups are like worth a big amount. So like, you've got 2 billion Muslims, you've got 1 million Indians, 1 billion black people. So a large amount, like half the planet, which are just Democrats. And this is what the West are doing. They want to flood those countries. Because they know if straight white men are voting, they'll vote Republican. They'll be right. They will. Because all rights policies are just like border everything up, border everything out, stop giving benefits to people. But they don't want that. They want to open the borders up and flood everyone in to the Green Party. Zach Polanski, what does he want to do? He wants to flood the UK with retarded black and Indians and Muslims because he knows once that happens, that's it. It will always be Democrat. He's won. He's won. Unless there's a civil war, which might even be something he wants, it won't end. He'll sit in his tower. If he won't come and get in, but if he did, his first rule would probably just be like he'll like triple bunker the Houses of Parliament, and he'll sit in the office in 10 Downing Street, and he'll be bunkered because he just knows what's going to happen, and he'll sit there because drugs will be legal. He'll just sit in his like in the cabinet with like loads of crack and heroin, and just getting really high. And he'll just watch like Nero playing the violin. He'll just watch London burn. He'll sit there whilst there's a massive civil war, and he'll just take loads of coke and loads of crack, and this is why these people are fucked, because they're just smoking crack and like doing crack. I've never done crack, but I think I have a feeling I kind of understand how you would feel on it. Because I've done like amphetamines. I've never done methamphetamines, but I've done like MDMA, and I know like it makes you really horny. But there's a double-edged blade to it. You will get really, really horny, and you will like start becoming I would say definitely I never wanted to like fuck a dude when I was using it, but you definitely will become a lot more like huggy and like just want to like touch people and stuff. So I could definitely see like if you were like a bi or confused person doing that, you could probably like take MDMA, and you'd probably like you probably could like do something a bit gay. Like this is what I'm trying to say to you. So for me, I couldn't ejaculate. So like I remember one time like taking it. I went to this like party or something like that, and it got to like 2 a.m. Went home. I was like really like just like horny. I'm not even like ashamed to admit this. It's like I know. I think this is the longest time. So this again, I'm not that ashamed of it because I was like in my late 20s, or who cares. Maybe this is oversharing, but I don't care because this is like because I know I'm an idiot, and it's like I'm aware. It's just I don't take anymore. It's like I was trying to like jerk off, and I just could not do it. You just can't do it, and I think that I must have spent like about 40 minutes. I'm like, not constantly jerking it, but like you just can't do it. You just absolutely can't, and it's really frustrating because it's like you really feel like you want to, but you just can't, because it's obviously I think what's happening. I'm trying to like use my is like the same part of your brain which triggers the orgasm is what's being stimulated to make you feel the way you are, and I think that's why. So it's like, if you have an erection, you can't go for a piss, or you can, but it's like more difficult. It's because I think when you have an erection, it's like it's like your penis is like almost changing, going from the urethra to like your bladder to like the ballsack with your dick. Do you know what I mean? So I think there is something behind that. So it makes sense, doesn't it? So it's like basically like the way I said it was like if I don't know if it's with all guys, but if you're like, honestly, if you want to have like some kind of like performance enhancing drug, don't go for Viagra. Just go for fucking, just take some MDMA. Like, and I think I've always like welcomed that, like, because I don't want to, I'm never going to advocate it because I think I've had my fun with it. But like, if you are just with like a girlfriend, and I guess you're quite cool with each other, and maybe you are like a little bit like just want to experiment, and you know someone who does like sell it, because I think the biggest thing I would say to you is get a test. Just take precautions, because you can be safe with it. You can buy kits online, and the police aren't going to come to your house, because they'd rather like you buy a kit and don't die than like there's going to be some kind of shame where you buy a kit and the police come around and you're going to do it by secret and then or sorry then when you come out of the office the police station you're going to get the MDMA and you're just going to take it without and you might die, so that's why they don't do that. So same with like if you go to the clinic and you ask for needles, they'll give you a clean one, so they're not going to ask you questions. Because if you went in there and said, "Can I have a needle, please?" and you say, "Yeah, sure," and a policeman came and arrested you, then they're just going to use the disgusting needles and share them, and then the drugs. So that's why they do it. Um, just do it. Just try it. Just have like do a little amount, and you don't need a lot, and then I think you'll have a really good night time. You'll just talk loads. You'll be really huggy and kissy. Probably giggle and laugh a lot. You can just like watch some like crazy stuff. Not like crazy, but you probably just end up like watching kids shows, like shows that you love. Like I used to always like put Recess on, or we're just like because you're just like fucked. You just think everything's like really funny. Or you just watch like Adventure Time or something. Like that. Just like, what's happening? What the fuck's happening? Yeah. I just think you can have yourself a good time. Just don't overdo it. I really don't think you should do it more than like once a month, maybe even that. Like, just don't. It is something like if you're gonna do it, just do it like really seldomly. Like if you and your like girlfriend had like a tradition where that's what you did every anniversary, I could see that. Then that'd probably be alright. But it's just if you use it too much, I think it's like you burn out the dopamine, the serotonin, or something like that. So if you take it the day after, it doesn't. It needs to charge up. I think that's the best way to do it. I think again, without being like too descriptive, it's like when you have a wank. Um, you can't like just jerk off like immediately afterwards. Well, you might be able to, but like if you do, like nothing, like barely anything's gonna come out. And it's the same with like MDMA. You can, like you take it the first night, and you just come all of it, and then if you try and take it the next morning, you only get like probably like a 20th of it. And also, the next day you wake up is hell. It's absolute hell. I'm just trying to like be like honest with you, but you will feel so shit because again, it's like all your dopamine's gone. So how I say it is in One Piece, there's this character called Perona, and she has like this the ghost fruit, and like when the hollows come out and if it goes into someone it like makes them become like really negative. That's basically what happens after you take MDMA. You just wake up and you're like, oh, I just feel like I want to end myself. Like you just feel really really like depressed, so you'll feel the best and the worst, but it is kind of worth it 'cause the best is really good and you'll feel like it for like a whole night. If you went to a rave or a house party and you took it at like 8, you'll still be going way into like 5, 6 o'clock, and you won't be able to sleep. You'll just be off your tits, and you'll probably like go back to like your home because all your friends probably won't take it. So you're gonna be like the only one on it. If you can find someone else who's on it, you can have a really good night. There's like been a couple of times where like I had a couple of friends because like my best friends didn't like taking it. They used to, and then they went to like uni and they just abused it. And then like I was like still using it because like I was in like the merchant navy, so I couldn't like take weed. Um, but none of them ever did it because they every time I was there, they'd always just smoke weed and I'd be like, no man, I don't want to do that. And they didn't even want to drink alcohol either. I was just like, oh, everyone's fucked. But basically, like when you take it, you do kind of feel like you're dehydrating because that's what's actually happening. Is I think your body is technically like exerting more, so your heart rate will increase. A bit like when Luffy uses Gear Second. I know I'm not using a lot of One Piece terminology, but it is the same thing. I think Rob Lucci even makes that point. He's like when he uses Gear Two, Rob Lucci's like, oh, it's like he's using statins or sorry, like steroids to like increase his blood flow. And that's what he's doing. He's using his legs to like pump the blood around his body, and that's what when you take MDMA, it's what kind of it takes like a bit you take it and you have to wait like an hour, but essentially you just kind of oh yeah, and also like the initial nausea that you will feel is really bad, and you will probably feel like you're going to be sick, but if you can just ride it out for I'm not kidding, it's like a couple of minutes. So it's like you take it, and you're probably going the first time you take it, you're going to be off. You're going to be like really paranoid because you're just going to be, what the fuck am I going to expect? What am I going to say? What am I going to expect? So when I did it, I remember I was in like a woods nearby where my parents' house was because it was my friend, the same dude who OD'd the guy of AMT. It was him. So it's very interesting, isn't it, how this all works out. But I just met him. We were in like uni. He'd gone to uni at this point. That's probably where he got it from. And I just met him, and he was like, "Oh, hey, Impa, you ever wanted to do like MDMA before?" I was like, "Oh, what is that?" And I was like, "A virgin's drug." No, I had done weed at that point, but I'd never done anything else. He was just like, "Oh yeah, I've got like a couple of bombs of it if you want to do one." I was like, and I think I looked over at my best friend, and he was like up for it as well because I think we were both like trying because there was like all these like other kids, well not kids, they were like a year below us, so but we are all in like our 20s, like 19, 20. And then like I looked at him and he was like, yeah, yeah, I'll do it. And so I was like kind of like prepared to do it. I was like, oh yeah, I guess I'll do it as well. He said, "Oh right, input. I didn't think you'd want to do this. Oh right on." And then we were, yeah, yeah. So then like he was with his girlfriend at the time, and she did it as well. So it was me, him, his girlfriend, and my best friend. Uh, and my best friend ended up fucking his girlfriend because his girlfriend ended up just like women do this. It's happened a lot, but women will do this. Katie will test this. Women love to try and like break up male bonds, friendships. So she basically, to get back at the guy who gave me the drugs, she basically fucked my best friend, which was pretty low for him to do. I wouldn't have done it, but she was really hot. So at the same time, I'm like, oh, just take it. Like, cause fuck it, who cares? Who cares? It's probably worth it. She was really hot. Like I can't deny that she wasn't hot. She was like an 8 or 9 out of 10. She was very attractive. She was just like this like really petite blonde girl with like hair down to like right down to her back, and she's just like really feminine, but like really funny as well, and just kind of like liked being around men, and just like found them funny. I just could take a joke. Like you could just make sexual jokes around her. It wasn't awkward or weird. So we all took it. I think they'd done it before, but me and my friend, we were just like kind of like sat there, and we were just like, "What's happening?" And like, we were just like sat on these logs because there was a part in the woods where someone has like made like a kind of like seeing area with like logs. It's quite cool, and we were just sat there, and everyone had their mobile phones on. It was night. Everyone just had their phones, and they would just talk about, oh, God knows what. And then like every like 5 or 10 minutes, like one of them would just turn to me and be like, "Impa, how you feeling?" And I was just like, "Oh, I think I'm feeling all right. Like when does this stuff happen?" He's like, "Oh, when did you take it?" I'll be like, "Oh, I took it like 8." He's like, "Oh, I don't know, probably like I guess another 10 minutes maybe. You'll start to like probably like feel this like massive wave of nausea, and then like he's like, that's what's referred to as coming up." I was like, "All right." He's like, "So you'll start to probably feel like really sick, but you just have to like kind of fight it, and then once you fight it, you'll just get like you just get rewarded with like a huge amount of just like happiness." And I was like, "Okay, okay." And as he was like talking to me about that, the nausea just started to like come up. I was like, "Oh, okay, I think I feel it." He's like, "Yeah, you okay?" And then like and then this is probably what wigged me out. because then like everyone was like, "Oh God, input's gonna chart." Everyone look, and then so everyone was like just watching me, and I was just like, I don't know how I feel." And he's like, "It's okay if you're gonna be sick. Just don't worry. Just try and be sick over here. So it's not, but don't worry. Like, no one's gonna get. Like, you're gonna be. If you're sick, it's fine. So everyone's. It's your first time." Blah, blah. And then I was just like, "Oh." I think I probably was just like having deep breaths for like about 30 seconds or so. I can remember it all. It's brilliant. But then, like, again, it's like after that 30 seconds, I immediately could just feel the biggest grin, like Cheshire cat grin, just appear on my face. I was like, yeah, yeah. And like, yeah. And then like, all the people were like, yeah, he's got it. And everyone started just cheering. I was like, yeah, man. And I was just like, just got up and I was just like, proper, just like, and it's just, my demeanor just changed. And suddenly I just became like the most talkative person. Went from introvert to extrovert. And like, but then, yeah, so then like at that point, like, my other friend, he started to come up as well. Uh, and then like my friend and his like ex at that point, they were just like, they were sat like further away from us. Uh, and they were like just, I think they were just smoking cigarettes or something like that. And then, I think once like that was happening, it's just like, you're just constantly, I'm trying to explain how I feel. It's just like, you feel very, really warm and really happy, and just anyone talking to you about anything is just kind of like really interesting, and you just want to talk to everyone. Um, and it's probably like a lot of these streamers take it because it does just do that. It's just like a drug you take. It's like something I can imagine, and I think they do. Like you see like Aiden Ross just tweaking out. It's because they have to take it because they need to like be on the stream for like 8 hours. And we just went back to his house, and his mom was just like, parents are just so chill. They just, for some reason, just did not give a shit. I think they probably knew, but they just didn't care. It was like really chill. And it was like a really solidly, really fucking good night. We were just like, no, it was even better. Their parents weren't even in. They just had a free house. And so we were just like off our tits and Mandy. We were just like playing N64. Then we would like watch, I don't know, we were just on YouTube and just like, just what videos do you want to watch? Just like recommending things to watch and just it's crazy shit. And then like the doorbell rang, and because he was still selling weed and stuff, and there was a guy who came in, and I hadn't seen him since college, so it was probably been like 3 or 4 years at that point, and he was like this mega rich guy. And he was just like a fucking dropout because he didn't need to because his parents are so rich that he's just bankrolled. And he came in and he was buying weed with my friend, but he didn't know I was friends with him. And I was just like off my tits. And I remember I'd found this like really tiny little iron. And I was like, why did you have this like tiny iron? Do you have like tiny globes or something? And I just went down the stairs and he was there with his like entourage of these like two really like weedy looking like white guys who were just wearing hoodies. I was like, oh my god! I startled because they were just wearing hoodies, and I was like, who are these three people? And then he just like took his hood off, and I looked at him, and he was like, he had loads of tattoos and piercings, and he had like a massive weed leaf on his like sternum, but like with Katie, but like a weed leaf. And I was like, I don't really want to say his name, but I was like, what are you? Is that you? And he's like, is that you, Input? And I was like, oh my god. And we just like had this weird like moment. We were just kind of like reminisced for a bit. It was just so weird. But yeah, I recommend it. Just don't do it loads, but just I don't know, do it once. Make sure you test it though. That's probably the only thing I would say. Make sure you fucking test it. I didn't, and I was really stupid of me. And my friends used to say that. They used to be like, you're like aware of like how dangerous it is. You're just taking the shit about testing it. I was like, I know. But again, just please do, because I was lucky. Oh god. Especially now, fentanyl. That might be where I was okay. Because things like fentanyl just didn't. I don't think it really existed back when I was doing it. Shit.
What the fuck? Die, you stubborn son of a bitch.
Ah. What's she gonna do now? What happens is the regenerator like able to realize that she is a target? Like, don't kill her. Like, I don't, this is what I never understood. It's like when you watched sorry, the new Resident Evil game where you had what's his face? Yeah, the Nemesis thing or type, whatever that guy is, Mr. X. Like, what's his deal? Like, how cognitive is he? Does he just, how does he know? Like, he can follow orders, can he? Like, does he have to eat? There's just so many questions I've got. Like, how does he work? Like, obviously he's just instructed to like kill people. But what I want to know is like, if I buy him, if I think it was like $100 million or whatever it is, like how do you train it so he won't kill me? Do you know what I mean? It's like, did they have to like go in there, like let's just say I bought it and they had him like in the lab, so they have a picture of me to be like, see input, don't attack this guy. This guy is your boss. He don't attack him, and he's just I just don't understand. It's like, how do they control him? Because in that he was just like, huh, I guess I'll leave this guy. I haven't got time, Mr. Kennedy. I haven't got time to deal with you. And just he comes down. I'm like, how did you do that? How did you orchestrate that? How did you say, Mr. X? When I say Mr. Kennedy, that means you jump down from the ceiling. I assume you've got enough power to do that. Of course. It is a video game after all. Yeah, I know, but like, okay. So like, yeah, again, you got like the picture of her is just so funny. It's called Katyklism's Tattoo Tour. So the thumbnail is, I would refer to this as goonbait because it is. It's basically like, it looks like she's trying to like show her tits. It's just literally the thumbnail is her like doing that, which is just like, if you're a bloke, that is just like common practice for like a porno or something like that. So in my opinion, she's testing the waters. You know, what do you mean? She's already admitted that she doesn't think that like topless content is technically porn, and she said this. I'm not even like reliving. If you want to go back a couple, she's definitely said it in some context. I've done it in one of my previous videos. I remember. She doesn't think that like showing her tits, and I know this because she's got loads of tattoos there. She probably even has tattoos around her areolas. She wants to show those girls off. You know, it costs a bit of money. There's no point in having tattoos if you only like your boyfriend's going to see it. Well, what's the point of that? Your boyfriend's a loser. Okay, you can get loads of different dudes. Or rather have like LeBron James or like some black guy like jerking off to like your tits, and like some white dude. Like white people gay, like, and you're probably not even dating a white guy. So yeah, it's called Katyklism's Tattoo Tour. 20 hours ago, 2.9k views. It's just she would have picked that thumbnail. She would have gone through, and I know the game, I know how it works. They give you like 3 recommendations. She definitely picked that one on purpose. She definitely went in and she's like, this is the one. This is the one. It's got like the Hello Kitty duvet, which is a bit creepy. It is a bit creepy. Because remember, Kay doesn't want... And I know I've got toys. If you want to fucking call them toys. Fine, they're toys. But at least they're robots that kill people. At least Goku kills people. At least Luffy beats people up. At least the Bismarck tried to kill people. Hello Kitty is for strictly children. I probably wouldn't let my kids watch Gundam Wing. If you want to call them kid toys, whatever, fine. But a toy is probably like more what I'd give like I'm not gonna beat around the bush. There's a model. It's not really a toy. Whatever. I can't be bothered with a diaper. because you can't play with them. They just fall apart. If I like pick up one of those toys and try to play with it, all the pieces just fall apart. All the Gundams are just they're models. That's the point. A model is something you don't interact with. Gundam Wing toys exist. When I go to the model place where I buy the model kits, because it's a puzzle, because I like to use my brain to make them, you can still buy toys of the Gundam Wings, which are plastic toys, which are fully articulate, and you can play with it. You can like, actually be forceful with it, and it won't fall apart. That's a toy. If you pick up any of those, and my kid's done it before, one of my kids picked up the blue one at the top, the crab one, and he just took it all apart. He literally just took it apart, and then he just left my room, and I was like, I just built it back. I was like, exactly. I know how it works. Anyway, we need to read the comments because they're the best. Is anyone watching this? No. Someone's watching on Kick though, but it won't be K. Oh no, no one's watching. Apologies. The Indian guy got angry. Oh, I don't feel very good. Right. The first comment is beautiful. Remember when I said in the kingdom of the blind, K is king? And this is what I'm telling you. It's like, basically what that phrase, yeah, the actual idiom is in the kingdom of the blind, the one-eyed man's king. What that means is, it's like advantage is relative, not absolute. So, yeah, the point being is if you have one eye, if you hang out with people in the blind kingdom, everyone will love you. But if you're one-eyed and you try and get respect from the two-eyed kingdom, no one's going to care. So that's what basically means. It means like Katie knows that she can't get she can't get credit for me. She's not going to get me gushing over her. So she knows that. So the game is she's been taught that all men's opinions are the same. So in Kay's brain, she'll see me, she'll see like an Indian guy, like an Indian guy who shits himself on the train, a black guy who probably like I don't know, robbed KFC or something like that, a Chinese man who probably like I don't know kills bugs for a living, and she'd see all of us, and she just thinks we're the same. She thinks we're all the same. She thinks she's got all the same brain, same outputs, everything. So because of that, she knows that blocking me, which is what women do, they block when bad man says something, they block you. They can't actually report you because they know they can't. But blocking is just what pussies do, because blocking's like, well, I just choose when I don't want to speak to you. You haven't actually broken terms and conditions. So I think if you're famous, you should just not be allowed to do that. But what do I know, right? Why can't Brittany Benny do it? I'm sure like someone would go and say they want to do something really nasty to her, but then I would say, well, Brittany, just ban them. Don't need to block them, just ban them. And Brittany would be like, no, I need to have a system where I choose who's in my echo chamber. I choose it. I'm famous. I make over 100K a year, so I choose who gets to talk to me. That's what she does. That's the beauty of it. Because it's true. Blocking is just irrelevant. If I'm breaking terms and services, go report me. If I just call you a mixed race freak, get over it. First Amendment, bitch. In your country. But what you can do, be a hypocrite. That's right. That's right. It's got barely any views as well. It's like no one gives a shit about any of this. So she's basically got herself like nearly naked for like 3,000 views, which is pathetic. So even though Katie, I told you, even though I've had one person watch it, I'm a straight white man, so my mutator is like 100 grand. So just that one person watching my channel is 100,000 people. So absolute pathetic. Absolute pathetic. 33 times more views than you. Fucking pathetic. Now let's just read the comments because the top one made me laugh. Is it not here? Oh, yeah, it is. So this account's called yeah, It's just like loads, and the profile picture is a cartoon of a white woman in like a 70s aesthetic with no eyes. This low key chat I gotta read it completely verbatim. This low key the channel that introduced me to you, and I fucking love it. Like language. 13-year-olds could be on this, which again has been appropriate for what Kay's doing. And that's just not. I don't want to hear that. And then we got Adam Ryan, F7I. That bit's imperative, by the way. Like that really shows. And it's got no picture. It's just got an A symbol. It's just got an A. So already, I'm feeling mental genius. This feels like someone who's going to be really high value in society. Because Kay's like, all people's opinions mean the same. All people's opinions mean the same. Don't look at people's legacies and what their families have done and what that could do. So he's probably just some like massively fat. Because again, if they're not gonna like show you a picture, I'm just gonna just do assumptions, and they can do that. That's fine. I can do that. Probably really fat. Probably his like penis is in like a little wheelchair. Not because it's really big. It's because it's like it's the only way he can like go for it to go to the toilet. And he's like sat there in stereo. So he's like, so listen, as someone who has no tattoos, you have my respect for being so passionate about them. That's Ryan, and he got 9. He got like 9 upvotes. And then you've got Honeymoon76. Who is an Asian woman, but so he does mukbang videos, which get the fuck all views, which is really depressing. That's really sad. There's nothing actually more sad than being a woman online doing a mukbang video, which means you probably have to buy all that food, and not only that, you got to then eat it all, and she's getting like $1,000. That is sad. That is really sad. Like, you've been given the advantage of like being a woman online, and that's the best you can do. That is really sad. It is really sad. And she said, "I wish to be loved the way Katie loves Nando's." That's a really depressing thing if that's what your fans think. But fine, Katie liked that one, by the way. You got a nice thumbs up from her. This is the one that made me piss myself laughing. Just listen to how I speak, and then you get to listen to Kay's like bastardized, half Welsh sheep shagger accent. No, fuck you, I don't give a shit. Like, how many Welsh people? There's more Indians in here than Welsh. And instead of Kay wanting to reproduce, by the way, knowing that. So I'm going to say that fact again. There are more Indians living in the UK than Welsh people, Katie. And you just said, my family are Welsh. But what does she want to do? No, she doesn't want to have kids. She wants to just get Goylor tattoos and just go like, buy toys and have Hello Kitty duvet, which probably costs like £100 because it's Hello Kitty. But she doesn't care, because that money could go towards nappies, it could go towards buying the milk if you can't feed your baby, it could go towards like, the bottling machines, the clothes. She doesn't care. That's what she's trading it in for. She's just trading it in for this. All the stuff that probably Jewish people and Chinese people just don't. Oy vey. It says, "Katie, you make me wish I had a British accent. You sound so educated just talking about normal things." And I got 22 views. So if Kay sounds educated talking about normal things, God knows what I must. I'm probably just like, and again, fifth dimensional. These people don't get it, and they don't. "It's an absolute shithole. Trust me, ain't nothing posh." That's from Ines28. "I started watching you for your informational content on your main, but I really love getting to know you, and I bit on this account because you're such a cool and strong person, and also damn inspirational to me." And that's from Four-Eyed Freak. Four-Eyed Freak's just got a blurry anime picture of some anime woman making out. So probably just some really chop-looking like Asian woman. And I'm not gonna like, oh, she's Asian. No, she's a fucking ugly, spotty Asian freak who wears glasses. And then she replied again at 0:30. "You are funny. Trust." I chuckled. Well, let's see if I chuckle. And it has to be for the same reason you do. It doesn't count when you're laughing how fucking stupid she is. Just, that will be happening. Thank you for showing them. They're beautiful. Aesop's fables are the absolute best thing in my... And isn't that weird that I mentioned Aesop's fables, actually? Isn't that really bizarre? Okay, I think we got a little fan here. My dad would read them to me. Taught me how to read with this, too. There were others. What, dads or stories? He passed away last... Oh, don't care. Holy moly, guacamole. And that's in the Wikipedia quote. And I got a like from Key. This in utero tat is really cool. I promise you it's probably not. Gucci Blackberry, I wonder what race she is. You are so gorgeous, girl. Get your queen. Like this channel makes me feel like you're pretty much personal of you. I know some topics are rough, but the heart. Oh my god, my pretty. Smart girly. Love your tats. Hot. Four-eyed freak, and four-eyed freak has actually been getting loads of like. Kay's like all of four-eyed freak's concerts. She's clearly like one of the top tiers, but even though she's not. 525. I love Aesop so much. Oh my god. Love this stuff in that Latin class. I don't know what a woman's doing learning Latin. Probably like must be dinner tips or something like that. Ah, I love Aesop's fables. This is so bizarre. She is watching my videos because it doesn't make sense. It's too many coincidences happening now. There's been things that I've noticed, but these are weird. I did say something about Aesop's fables. I mean, they are very famous, but what's the chances you just bring that up in a 6-minute video? Yay! I hope this day would come. Love your videos. And there's some Ak Neil. And let's have a look at a picture of him. Oh, there's an actual picture of him. He's like 100. He's like 100 years old. He's probably masturbating to as well. Holy shit. 5 minutes ago, spine chilling. And that's from Ale 4 in 4 on. Every one of those letters is imperative to what is something to them. I banned Joy T. And remember I was talking about Banjo-Kazooie? Banjo-Kazooie Avatar, very strange. Love these. My first tattoo I got was a half sleeve in 8 hours, and I hate it. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm definitely not the person I was when I got that. Exactly. This will be Katie in 10 years' time. Exactly. Hoping to get it removed. Exactly. And dual patchwork. Exactly. Katie, get rid of your tattoos. Should I just write that? Should I actually write it? No, because then she could actually find my videos. It would be really funny, actually. Should I do that? Should I just, like, I'll tell you what, like, maybe, like, in the summer, I'll wait until she's, like, freshly inked, just released a video, and I'll say, Dear Katie, I am your biggest fan, not here, enjoy watching 400 videos. 200 videos of me just critiquing you. And just leave it and just see what happens. It's beautiful. All the like women fans are just like, no, stop this. And she'll call up the police and get a restraining order. I mean, even though she's a public figure, and even though that technically doesn't deem, and I don't wish any harm on her. I never even want to meet her. I am never intending to meet her. I don't want to. She'll get a restraining order on me, and she'll like try and get me to like not see my kids. She'll get me fired from my job, everything, because this is what she's been taught to do. It's just so she can do it, and it's fine. I've called her out. Remember, if you call out, it means it can't happen.
Hi, people. Welcome to my.
She's in her toy room for some reason, so it's weird. She's not allowed to strip in her bedroom, apparently. She's like, I'm gonna keep being naked only between me and my boyfriends. In plural. Right. You might want to get in this, trust me.
Hide.
Got it.
I mean, how is that not just like foreshadowing about something bad's gonna happen? Alright, let's see you fucking side this. They probably will. I reckon this isn't not gonna kill it. It'll just take out like all but the head. Oh my god.
Jesus. Cuddly bastard.
What the fuck was that? You don't want to know.
Not hurt, are you?
No, I'm good.
But I will say it. Oh, seeing that towel, sorry, seeing his scarf going into that wall was mostly like even seeing his suit being wet. It's great, but it makes me feel so uncomfortable. There are like certain things that will make me really uncomfortable. One of them is like being in a full three-piece suit and then just getting drenched in water. And then another one would be like being in your bed and again like just getting drenched in water. So just like you're in like your like nice warm dry bed and it's like somehow you just get like dunked in water like that would just be like awful. Those are like probably the most uncomfortable feelings you can have. Like I was soaking wet cold duvet, just like. Uh, Whatever won't kill me. Only makes me strong. It's funny. They said that the Antichrist, women.
Okay.
Oops.
Okay, we go at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
They said women will really desire the Antichrist.
This time for sure.
So what does that tell you about women? They don't love Jesus, but they'll love like Antichrist.
Okay.
So like, every time you see like movies or TV shows where it's like Lucifer was a good one. The guy who played Lucifer was just like again. I think that was like that. I even remember that. I think again like the whole anti-white movement did just it's been documented. It was like 2014 was I think when they do stipulate it happened, which is ironic because that's actually like when Ethan Klein, the Jew, Jewish man, became like really popular. Because the powers that be probably did. They were like, oh yeah, it's bullshit. But I remember like Lucifer came out, and it was like he's just the devil, isn't he? Like the whole thing is he's just like fucking really hot, and just like all women want to fuck him. But isn't that just very telling on women? It's like women just want to fuck the literal devil, the literal devil. Oh, they're using charm and manipulation. Yeah, but those are things of the devil. Women want to fuck him. It tells a lot, doesn't it? Nighty night night. Oh. Leon, what the fuck are you doing? Shooting rats is fucking gross. Shut up. It's been a hard day. Wait, what am I doing?
Get this for me.
Leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at this stuff.
What, turning a crank? I mean, women are just very lazy. They really are. They literally, women are like, you get married to a woman and she can spend the whole day nagging how hard cleaning the house is. I can clean like my flat in probably like 30, 40 minutes. Generally, like, it's absolutely there's no excuse. Just lazy cunt. Absolutely. Dinner, really doesn't take that long. Lazy cunts. Like seriously, like, yeah, okay. You get all day to make dinner, which takes like not even an hour. It doesn't even take, and most of that's just you waiting for shit in the oven. You're like, actually lazy as shit. Can't fucking peel some potatoes and just do. You're absolutely retarded. Like, fine, I have to go to work and I get chewed out by Mr. Takahashi, but fuck it, who cares? Just make me fucking dinner, dude. I'll look after you, but instead you don't want that. You just want to like go and get fucked by a big corporate. Right, let me see. Oh yeah, I remember this. It was something I kept. Oh yeah, it's because Ashley kept fucking gets called by those stupid people. It's like, oh. Oh. There's definitely another rat here. Definitely another rat. Dude, where the fuck's that rat? I mean, it is sad because they are in the same like genus as my guinea pigs, but you know, it definitely was a rat here. Hang on, I can't. I don't have the thing. Oh yes. Brilliant.
Ashley, damn it!
Ah! Got my own problems here, sweetheart.
Ashley!
There was no excuses though. I literally just. To be fair, I probably could have handled that, but I mean, that is a bitch of a moment, isn't it? You gotta regenerate it, and so I can tell it's that end game shit.
Second channel, welcome to my filming room. Today we're going to be doing a tattoo tour.
Again, remember that the whole thing of this is just cope. She's just trying to softly go into doing nudes. I can tell, like a woman of like her tattoos, she wants to be naked. She probably like looks herself naked in the mirror, and she's like I said, she's a narcissist. She's just probably obsessed with herself. she'll look in the mirror and she'll be like naked and be like flexing and like probably like keeps asking her boyfriend like, oh, what do you think of me? What do you think of my ass? What do you think of my tits? And he's just like probably on his phone, just like, going, yeah, you look fine, you look fine. She doesn't care. But she's probably obsessed about it because she's a former fat girl, so she's gonna have a complex where she needs to show all these like the hot girls in her old school like they were wrong. So she's gonna like have to do this. So this is why she should be obsessed. I know the complexes.
A lot of people have been asking me to do this for a while, but I'm a lazy fucking bitch. It's taking me a long time. I've got quite a few tattoos. Wouldn't say I'm the
Yeah, Kay's got loads of stuff to do. She's got like 4 kids she's got to look after. She's got to like make dinner for her man. Then she's got like she goes to the charity shop, to charity place to do like some like soup kitchen work. And then she goes to the hospital and sings to some of the terminally ill kids. Why they're not in a hospice, I don't know. Okay, I don't fucking know. I didn't know. Just as well I saved it then. Actually, just as fucking well I saved it. I think I said that last time as well. I think deja vu, but it's not deja vu. It's just like, but, yeah, just seeing him in a suit, just covered wet, is really, it does make me. It does give me the ick, as Kay would say.
Hit that lever.
Okay.
Okay. We go at the same time.
But yeah, I think like Nicholas Dior is essentially he's imploding now. Because he's just got no respect, Like I'm not gonna watch him, and that's what I'm saying to you. You can only go so far when you like block people. If you just want to try and block all your haters, you're just gonna end up having no one. And eventually, these guys are just gonna like work out you're a loser because there's just like there's no one pushing back, and they're in your channel, and you can tell they're like Indian bugmen because like, it happened to me. I was in Chud Logic's stream, and like he obviously knows that I'm not the person that he wants in his audience because I'm a straight white good. Well, I've been told I'm good looking. I don't want to, but anyway. So when he saw me in his stream, he like blocked me and made a spectacle out of me, and he knows that that's again he wants to humiliate me because he knows he's the king in his platform, so he can do that. This is one chance he gets power over me. He knows if I'm in Tesco's and I see him in Tesco's and he's like holding all his like items, I go, "Hey, what are you doing, Gaylord?" Just push him into the mud. Like he knows that socially people would like understand that's how it should be. But like me. Seeing Chud Logic, he's like looks like a soy jack, and he's like probably got like condoms and a cucumber to like, stick up his ass. Yeah, if I come in and I'm like, dude, can you get the fuck out of the way? I'm buying a big bottle of like Jack Daniels. Like, dude, can you get the fuck out of the way, Gaylord? Just like push him in the mud. I'm gonna get my Indian fans to bully you. And again, like people like Chud Logic, he falls to the Goy Lords in the sense that he thinks that every person's opinion matters. So even though deep down he knows that all his fans are just like retarded Indian black people, he's just there for the sweet shekels as well. He pretends that like, Nicholas Dior is doing it, but he's also doing it for the sweet shekels. Because I wouldn't even bother. Again, I've got a job. Like I don't know if he does. Maybe he does. I don't know, but. This is what he does. He gets angry for retards online, and he'd be like, "Well, I'm a retard, so okay." And again, he does like what Kay does. He thinks if he says he's a retard, he's above it. But he's not. People like me, we know he's not. I'm like, no one like cool is gonna be watching him. No one like Chris Hemsworth isn't gonna watch him, is he? He's gonna, oh yeah, he's gonna like be fucking some supermodel. He's gonna be, yeah, let's put Chud Logic on. He's gonna be cool. Hear him like whining about like fucking like 4chan shit. I know he's not gonna watch that. So like, what the fuck is this loser talking about? But Chud Logic knows that. He is aware of that. But he just pretends he doesn't. He thinks he's better than that. He thinks he's like the king of the retards. But he's not. He is just a retard. But even being king of the retards is just your retard. Or Nicholas Dioro. Any of these like fucking losers. I really didn't want to hit those bars. Oh. What?
You hurt?
I'm good, thanks.
It's the really good thing about Infinite. It's a really, really big number. It's not really.
Damn it! Ashley!
God, touch me!
I just have like one dude who's like. Billy Big Bass. Oh, I could do like a Red Sky at Night, Shepherd's Delight. Pretty good.
Most tatted up, right? There's definitely more tatted. I know that heavily. There's like weird gatekeepy things sometimes in tattoo communities, but I think I'm quite tatted. I just had a fucking
You're way tired. No way. I don't know who's like trying to tell you or not. Like, a lot of blokes are just gonna look at you, okay, and they're gonna have like a very, very like staunch like ideas of the kind of person you are, and you're gonna have to put up with that. A lot of it's gonna be really promiscuous, and that's true because you are very sex positive. So again, it's like they're not even wrong. But she'll be like, "That's so racist. How dare you say that?" Oh God, okay. That well, how? Oh, I guess. Huh. Okay. No. Hmm. I mean, do I like them? Nah. And that one you just had to do, didn't you? They just did not let you not go over that. What the fuck were those? Mm. Oh, I do remember this bit. Yeah, so I think this was like when I got the rocket launcher almost.
nose and a Five Guys milkshake, right? So my belly is a little bit bloated.
So yeah, again, remember. So while I have to like work and do really shitty like menial jobs, which is just designed to like humiliate white men. The whole grift is while I do that, Kay's gonna get rewarded with basically, in a really bitter sense, she's getting like what the white men should get really, which is this is what's happened. Is like to cause there to be a gender like war between the white men and the white women, so they don't have kids. They very, very carefully like made it so what they'll do is they're going to let women just get loads and loads of money, which should be for white men, but they're just going to give it to just white women because they don't really care like who they are or what they do. They're just going to prop them up so people like Kay just get pushed in the algorithm. The reason why is because they just want there to be like a kind of resentment. They want there to be like a resentment. Like you watching Katie, you're seeing her shitty content, and like you then like I as a guy, I go to work and you get chewed up by like Mr. Yagamuchi or who it is, and then you hear Katie like complaining because like I don't know some Indian guy, like no it won't be it will be some white guy who will say like oh fuck you or something. She gets really angry about that. And that's the point. That's the whole point. It's a humiliation ritual. It's a humiliation ritual for me to like, and then she'll say it's a skill issue. It's a skill issue. It's not. It's not a skill issue. It's absolutely not a skill issue. The skill issue is like I'm not born with XX chromosomes. She'll be like, watch your content. It's not very funny. It's not very good. It's just shit like that. It's like, no, you can't say that because comedy's subjective. Doesn't make sense. She's like, no. Clearly everyone just wants to watch me like talk about my tattoos. So anyway, the point being is the fact that she's like spending her money. Like I told you, she can't cook. She probably can't cook, but she doesn't need to because she's on like 100K a year. And it's like I think I told you when I was working in corporate in London, women like Katie who were like her age and they were just like making like 90 grand, 100 grand a year as account managers, and all they did was just like I don't know, they like managed like 10 accounts. They just had to like do a meeting with them every month, so they had like I don't know 10 meetings a month. Most of the time when they were just in the office they would just be like talking about Love Island and the shit, just like Goy Orchard, N-Ball. And it was like great because like every hour they were there, they're probably making like £50 or something, like £60 an hour. Or something like that. So they just for them it's great. They just sit on their arse, in their wheelchairs, and they just do what they want. They go out for lunch and you could just get like they get whatever they want. Every time I'd see them, they'd always have like the most expensive like meal like lunches and stuff. They go like Wagamama's or like Pret a Manger and just get like a massive sandwich and just like a soup, like £9 or something. That's nothing. It's jump ship. They get paid for the hour, so they could spend £50. And the whole point is it's a humiliation ritual. That should go to a white man, and the reason why it should go to a white man is because if a white man was taking that job of the woman doing that, they would use that money to have a family, but they don't want that. They want the woman to have the job because they know that will stop her from having the child, which means because she'll want a mate who makes more, but the guys making 100K are rarer. I know that sounds weird, but they are because it's like harder, much harder. It's like if men get famous, sorry. So there's like a joke going around saying like if you have a white doctor in 2026, you know he must be fuck off good because he's had to beat all of the DEI, he's had to beat all of these like women incentives, all of the Indian doctors, all of this. So if you're seeing a straight white doctor, he must be fucking good, and it's almost that's what's happening now. If you're like actually famous and you're like white, people actually probably think you must be really good because you're like, how have you managed to like get past all the, like the Indians and black people mass reporting you and the white women? Well, I'm just that good, and people will listen to you. If you're a woman like Katie, you can basically just shit on the toilet and you'll get like 1,000 people. Like it's a fetish, you'll get millions of people. Katie could just like do anything. She doesn't understand it. She's too dumb to understand it. She just thinks that I can do the same. She just thinks that if I sat down and did exactly the same thing she did, I would get the same view. No, she's not. Doesn't get that.
A bit bloated, but we're going to pretend it's not.
So anyway, she just spends all of her money on Goislov. Literally, she has just bought like 5 guys, and she's gone to 2 different places to get her food. So she's got Nando's chicken, and it's not good enough that Nando's whatever like food they make. She had to go then to 5 Guys, and like the Jewish people are like, "Hoi vey, yes, hoi vey," because that's probably like £20 she spent on her dinner. And that could have been spent on her getting, formula for her kids, but she doesn't want that. And she doesn't know what damage she's doing to herself now, because she doesn't care, because she's living the good life. And this is what the Jewish people want. They just want her to be distracted, until she gets to her 30s. It's too late, no kids, and she's covered in tats, and she's got all this money, the money dries up, okay. Jewish people have made loads more money than she makes on her, but she doesn't know that. She's too stupid. I'm trying to tell her that she won't listen to me. She'll just say I'm racist. Anti-Semitic. Whatever, fine. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, I guess. But remember, I'm trying to help you. I have to make fun. I have to make fun of you. It's just embarrassing. He didn't say something really good. Then. He was just like, thank you.
Give that the care it deserves, mate. This kind of work is about finesse, stranger. Little bit. That's about all I can do for this weapon. That is a top-notch weapon. You really don't settle for anything less than the best, do ya? What you see is what I've got. Not only will you need cash, but you'll need guts to buy that weapon.
I just need to buy it. I don't know why. It's fucking ridiculous.
Molding a weapon to suit your specific needs. Oh, it's
I-
a thing of beauty, isn't it?
I just don't know why I just didn't use this. I don't know. It's really, even I'm like, why didn't I just?
That's an exemplary firearm right there, stranger. Not the best, sure. But she'll make you an ideal.
Why did you say that? Not the best. Oh, I'll just take it back then.
Well, that
No. What are you doing? Well, you just said it's not the best. Oh, I was just joking. What?
welcome.
It doesn't sound like you really know how to do your job very well. Just gonna get all the guns. Just get all the guns.
We like our herbs.
Yeah, why not?
Heal 'em. A wise choice. I know. I say that a lot, but I mean
Just hoping a bit. You've got all weapons, but I guess not. So I haven't got one.
it. Anytime. Welcome. Ruby's all rubbish. It makes no difference. The price, well,
Like I'm stripping for you guys, okay? Please, don't get a boner. I'm not funny.
She's joking, but in a way, she kind of probably does. But can I just be honest with you? You're not gonna get a boner from me, can you? I'm sorry. You gotta be more attractive than that. And I don't really like. I don't know. I don't get erections to like tattooed walls. If that makes sense. I think it's actually more impressive for women to not have tattoos because you just show your trauma. I don't really. Again, it just shows the type of blokes that will find you hot. It's gonna be like low T dudes who are like having, so they'll have low self respect in themselves and they'll want to like fuck a woman like you because they think that you're like got low self esteem as well, and you're promiscuous because you've got tattoos. So you're what's known as like being an easy lay. You're like the kind of woman that, like, if I was in a nightclub and it was getting to like, I don't know, 2 or 3 a.m. and I was really desperate. So like, I'd probably like eye you up in the club, but you wouldn't be my first choice. But if I like knew you were like still around at like 2 or 3 o'clock, and like the club was starting to like close and things, and, like, I just saw you in like the last chance in this smoking bar, and I was like, if all I wanted to do was just get laid. That these are the massive caveats because again, like, these are the scenarios I would just never be in. But then you are like that's the type of woman you are. And you're gonna get really like blue in the face and tell me like all your black friends tell you that's not the case, but your black friends are in that because they come from nothing. They come from Africa. They come from nothing. Eh? You being a fat white woman, they would fuck because they come from Africa. They eat bugs. They eat like grubs in the house. They like, literally eat grubs. I've seen like black people like eating grubs and they love it. Like they come here, so they see you covered in tats and they don't care. They're still getting erections to that because that's still like hotter than a black woman to them. Like a big, like ugly black woman who probably stings. And they got the same acidic pH in their pussy as like a chimpanzee. Like seriously, it's fucked. And then people are like, it's not as acidic as a white woman. But the reason that it is acidic is actually, um, fuck. Oh wait, I could still do it. I could still do it. The reason it needs to be acidic is to kill the bacteria. But so like that's why like black people are more likely to get AIDS and HIV.
Oh, I don't know what I'm joking about. It's not even funny, like, because if you are, that's weird. I'm just weird. I don't know why I say these things, right? My landlord literally lives opposite to me, so if she sees me doing this, she's gonna think.
Ha 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 ha. Kay doesn't even own her own place. So again, pathetic. Pathetic. I own this building, sweet cheeks. My name's Katie. I've gone through a divorce. My name's Katie. I'll lose money, but I still rent. Pathetic. Pathetic. I've got kids, pay alimony, and a mortgage, and I still have a place. Pathetic. See how much she's got to do to emulate me. Utter garbage, man. Get out. Listen to me. I don't have to cover myself in fucking tattoos like a fucking freak. Anyway, let's go on next. See if there's like any black people who yell at me. No. No. Fucking cowards. Everyone's a coward. The landlady. Oh, landlady. Landlady. Hope I don't get naked. Is it okay if I have sex in your flat? Yes, Katie. I mean, you rented for me and you can have sex. Okay, just thought I'd ask. Am I allowed to have any pets? No, you can't have any pets. And if I see you decorating, guess what, Katie? I could draw a massive dick on my wall if I want. See that? I could start how far am I? Well, actually, I can't. But if I want to like hammer a massive like penis into my wall, I can. This is my wall. If I want to knock this wall down, actually, I don't know if I can do that. I might not be able to do that. But do you see what I mean? I can still like do all that.
She's gonna think, what is she doing? OnlyFans who? You know, funny thing is, when I first moved into this house, they were like asking me what I do, and I said social media, and the guy on the phone was like, "It's nothing weird, is it?" And I was like, "Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?" I was like, "No."
Is that actually what you said? No, you probably not. And she was like, no, she, please let me have the place, please. Please. And then she's like, now, she's like, oh yeah, I told him where to get off. I said, get off, you little queer. And then he said he was so enamored by how badass I was, he gave me the place for like 10% the price. And Einstein was there, and he like was like clapping. E equals MCKE. It's brilliant. Got him.
Not OnlyFans, don't you worry. Anyway,
Again, this is don't listen to what women say, listen to what they do. This is, I keep saying it to you, this is like the diaries of a woman who just wants to be a whore. It is. She just wants to do this. She just wants to get naked. And it's probably like me doing these videos. It'll probably encourage her to do it more because I know how women work. I know how some people work. They operate off hate. I had a friend like this. He wanted to do something, just piss him off. They'd do it. I want him to do something, get him really angry, and suddenly he'd become a genius. Kay's probably the same. Because if she watched my videos, she'd see me as like a dad role, a patriarchal role, and she's been conditioned by again Professor I Love Weed, Professor Shekels, that any man who's white, who is any straight white presenting man, because if I'm gay, she'd like it, because she'd be like, well, the gays love to give me attention, because like I even though I think I can say the word, I'm not going to, but it rhymes with swag. But Kay would be referred to as a swag hag, which are kind of like women who are like not really in a serious relationship, just in situationships, and probably have like loads of like gay friends because like gay people love to like validate single women. If Kay got married and had kids, the gays and the lesbians and the other single women, they're the ones you don't want them to be friends with because they'll just keep convincing you that like women just take all their like stupid like dating advice and heterosexual relationships from a gay man, and they're like, "Oh, your man's not gonna eat you out 10 times a day. Oh, probably he's probably secretly gay. You should probably break up with him." Okay, Kay's like, "Oh, is that so?" What experience do you have with that, Gustavo? Do you have any fuck men? Well, I know I don't suck my man's dick 5 times a day because I'm like obsessed with sex. I'm gay. Um, give women the liberation, and look what they do. Just fucking, I don't know. Sure, Virgin. I'd say Kay's gonna show Bob and Virgin. I'm not kidding. As with all of my my female studies, like because again, even if Brittany Venny's blocked me, or like there's a couple of others as well, I still keep them in my wheelhouse just to observe. It's like they're like my like test subjects. I want to see like how the women do. So it's gonna be very interesting for me. Because there is going to be a massive crumble. It's already starting already. Like just dudes just don't care anymore. We're just sick of it. Like we've got to the point now where guys are just going to start to like just be very openly sexist to women. We just don't care. Like, you've already pushed us so far. If I just say to you, "Kate, shut the fuck up. You're on your period," I don't care what you do to me. Seriously, what are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do? Shame me even more? Huh? You're gonna make me even more like unwanted? Really? All right, go on then. Because the good thing about being at the bottom of the gutter, right, is that you can only look at the stars.
You like to know where the boy. I was like, no, it's not OnlyFans. Don't you worry. Anyway, these.
What was the point of that anecdote? It's not OnlyFans. Okay.
I got it.
Please, sir, lick on my ass. I am gay and Indian. Which is the same thing. Ouch. Like, what happens? Do I get an egg put? Does he inject an egg in me? Like, what's the point of it just stabbing you? Oh. Has to complete the animation of the dude. Uh-oh. This is just like the gauntlet. Gotta shoot the cowherd. Which clearly is representing the Epstein Island. Because there is like something very religious about like someone with a cowherd. It's not like even a coincidence. It's like one of the Jewish gods is just literally some kind of deity. And they just sacrifice like goyim to, and the whole point is the Antichrist is gonna come. It would be a shame if the Antichrist did come, wouldn't it? Can you imagine what the Antichrist would be like? Probably be like a massive asshole. Just fucking hate everyone. Just keep shooting him. How many bullets can you fucking take? Probably black. Just keep shooting him. I think he is black. Please sir, do not redeem. But yeah, what would the Antichrist be like? What would he be like? Probably be like a really charming person, but be like really evil underneath. Do you know what I mean? Put on like a fake smile. He'd just be able to charm people and get them to do what they wanted, but he'd probably hate everyone secretly because he thinks they're all fucked. He wants to punish people because like they've had 2,000 years to like listen to the teachings and they haven't done anything. So maybe we just need a new. I mean, I don't know. Damn. Brilliant. What's happening? What the fuck happened to me?
Of my breasts. Okay, let's not be children about this. These, my.
Well, you know, you're the one who likes to say you don't want to be infantilized, but you wear makeup to look younger, and then you cover yourself in toys. So you tell me that you don't think that there's a sexual demographic for being younger, and then act there, and then say you don't. Because again, I know women work. I'm not stupid. For your black and Indian fans, your women fans, you will say I'm not, and that's fine. It's why society's done a good job of stopping people like me from being in powers of places where we make judgments, because it's much more fun to have like women judges who are on their periods, and they will act differently, and the people know that, okay, and I know that. I know that if I talk to you Monday and then I talk to you next week, you're going to act differently because you'll be at a different part of your period, and your period does last the whole month. You have your period for a week, but you have like different cycles, and each one of them you're completely crazy. Like the week before you have your period, you just want to fuck some Chad. That's literally what you want to do. So if you're at work and you have a female boss and she's like a week before she has her period and she wants to get fucked because that's what literally her body's telling her, she will just probably like, I don't know, try and fuck the Chad at work or the boss. That's what happens. And the Jewish people want that because they want to be, they're usually the bosses and they want to fuck all the women. Like Harvey Weinstein. Like imagine like Harvey Weinstein, but just like in every business. That's why the Jewish people want to do it, because they want to like ruin all their like marriages. So they'll get like their dick sucked by like a Christian woman, and they're happy because they know they've broken up with our Christian marriage, and they love that. That's what they want to do. You think I'm joking, but like they know the game. They like saw the videos of like all the fangirls like fanning out to Elvis Presley. Like, oi, maybe we could do this with the black people. If we give LeBron James loads of money, maybe the white woman will suck our cock, and it worked. But women like Kay want to watch like, I don't know, remember his name, Jed or something like that. The fucking black guy's gonna like rap about lean. Who cares? And Kay would rather watch that than like listen to like a symphony orchestra or like some opera singer like singing in Latin. She'd rather listen to like some black guy like talking about lean or like how much lean, because that's the Jewish people again. Like all the Jewish people like own the record stores. Like yeah, they don't want Kay to listen to like opera and stuff. They want to like, listen to lean, like How to Make Lean by Professor like Jed. She doesn't understand that. She thinks she's doing the right thing by listening to Professor like Jed and buying his music. It's not. She's just promoting again like the rapes and like the making it easier for like the immigration and the white replacement theory, which Kay doesn't believe in. Although she's 25, all the black, Indian, and all other minorities have like 4 kids under her age, and they will look at her and say, "Why is she not got kids?" But they don't have the ability to like voice their opinion because their countries know that women are the destructors of society because they choose to have children. So if Katie refuses to have kids, she effectively can just like stop the society, and that's exactly what's happening. Because Katie hasn't got kids. And the fact she hasn't got kids proves that there's a problem. Because most women who come from like poor places will never ever question not having kids. It's like one of their things. But she's in a country where that is the case. So there's a problem. How? How? I love it. I love like I shot the one area where like the bugs were. What is that? Did she throw that at me? Oh my god! I mean, I just. What is this? Shot him in the arse. I don't believe it. I'm just gonna get a rocket launcher. Fuck this. Just get a rocket launcher. Fuck this.
First? No.
I'm just. It's like I say, like when I'm playing these games, like I'm using the weapons to make it more fun. I can just use the rocket launcher. I don't have a problem with that. If you just want me to use the rocket launcher, fuck it. It's like when I'm Kenpachi when I put the bells on, like I'm using it as like to make it harder for me. But if you want me to go full power, fuck it. I'm white. I don't have to put up with this shit. Black people say I don't because they know that they think they deserve things. They don't. I deserve the good stuff. I'm telling you, I do, and I know that any black person who's rich is a humiliation ritual, and we will get ours. Trust me. I swear on my life, the boomers won't be alive forever. Like my dad's looking a bit peaky. Just kidding.
Yeah, from an artist, can't speak, from an artist in my hometown. Yeah, amazing. So you can actually see how good the line work is. It's just absolutely incredible. And this one...
Look at her. This is like her. She's like pulling her top. This is her, like when her boyfriend's like a little spaff on her tits. She's like, this one. She's like so like she's so used to doing it. She's so used to pulling her top down. Just pointing at her like in the middle of her tits. So if you're gonna spaff on my tits, make sure you do it right here. That way I don't get the cum rash. Or like, some women do. It's really funny. Like I go on X sometimes, and there's like a picture of like some woman. It's really funny because they don't get it. But it's like there's like sometimes like there's one time there's a woman like put a picture of like herself, and she was like in her like top, and she was just like wearing a bikini and massive tits, and it was just like this like odd rash. That was just kind of looked like where cum would probably like if someone like fired their load on their tits. It was just like that, and it was like the skin was like really red like there. And I think I wrote something like, did the fucking dude who paid you to go out and spaff on your tits? And she just blocked me. I was like, yeah, she did, yeah, absolutely. Because this is what these women do. They're escorts, so they get paid by some probably like fat white dude, or it's probably not. It's probably like some black like sports guy or like Jewish Jewish business dude. And they just go on social media, or they have scouts. They'll go on social media and they'll just like find women who like just turned 18, 19, like Katie. It'd be Katie before she had tattoos. And they'll find her, and she'll probably be from like I don't know Poland. So it's really easy to fly them out. You just probably just need to say, just come on a plane, and then you get to come spend night on a cruise, but on a fucking yacht. And they're like, oh, okay. And they'll go on there, and then again, because the men have paid for them to be there, they're just gonna treat you with no respect. Like me, like if I hire like a fucking car, like who gives a fuck? I paid for it. You haven't come here on good conscience, so I've got no shame. I've got no shame that you're here. I know you. I'm paying you, so you have to suck my cock because I've paid you. But what do you think I'm here? What do you think you're just here to knock suck my cock? You're an idiot. So anyway, these women will go there and they're just gonna then get probably like gang banged, but because they get an orgasm out of it, they don't mind. But they'll probably like they'll probably have really horrible shit happen. So like you think it's just gonna be like missionary sex? No, of course not. They're paying for you, so it's probably gonna be like fucking horrible. You're probably gonna have to like wear like chains and shit, and they're probably gonna like stretch your anus out, and they're probably gonna do the worst things to you because this is what they go off on. And then like they'll come back because like they'll be pumped and dumped as soon as like they're finished and they've like had their like what do you call it, like the nut climb, nut post nut realization. They'll just like pay their like agents just say fuck it, get them away from them, and then they'll just ghost them and they'll just be like, and that's when these are the women that then they'll get the tattoos and they'll like and then because they've had a taste of like being on a boat, they will refuse to date anyone else who's done that. So they'll end up just keep going back and doing the same thing again and again because they'll be upset. They'll be convinced that because like one end-ball player decided like paid for them that they are worthy of all of it, and then they'll probably just that's what that is referred to as they get passed around because then they the same agent will probably like go to them again and be like, hey, how about do you want to go to like DeJohn's yacht? And again, DeJohn like he doesn't actually own the yacht, like he doesn't own it like that. It'll be like some Jewish man or probably, and yeah, they just pay. That's just how they make their money, isn't it? And then she'll go back to on DeJohn's yacht. And again, like the John's is going to be like Enball Blur, and he'll have like about 9. He'll have like 10 or 11 different women there. So he's not like could treat you special, and he'll like in a sick way could probably like use you. He'll want you guys to like compete to like see like the most desperate because that's like what they do. And you'll feel like you've been used, and like if you had like a dad or a strong like patriarchal person in your family, he would have told you to not do that because he would know that's and look, I'm telling you now, that's kind of like what I probably would have done if I was doing it because I'm like not like I'm happy to just tell you that like probably would if you just like fucking young, millions and millions of dollars, and you just knew that you could just like treat women in any way possible and they're just using them as holes. That's exactly what I do. Because then all the hot women, each one of those hot women, who would probably be like a 9 out of 10 model, each one of them could have like got married to like a good looking white man. And it's now ruined because she's gone on that yacht and like gone on Young Gravy's yacht and got like her anus like stretched open by Young Gravy. She's now going to like be traumatized forever. She'll go and get loads of tattoos and probably like start some shitty podcast or something, or like become like a talk about it, and she'll be like, "Oh, I can't believe like," and she'll just become like some weird like feminist. And then she's been told by Fez Shekels that even though Young Gravy's black, he's exactly the same as me. Because if I had that yacht, and I would have done the same thing, even I wouldn't do that because I don't get off on like stretching out like women's anuses. But I'm just using this as a disgusting example. I'm not saying Young Gravy likes that before he sues me. It's just, but he will like probably want to because he's had sex so many times, he's bored, so he'll want his women to really depraved shit because he's black as well. And that's how it works. So then she's ruined. She's like, hey, she's ruined. Like, Katie's ruined. Like I never want to touch her. Like, if I'd met Katie organically in a nightclub and she wasn't covered in loads of tattoos, she wasn't famous, and she actually like liked me, I could probably see myself like getting to know her and like she obviously does like games and stuff. Like yeah, maybe I could have had a family with her. Now, no, she's ruined, and I don't care because she'll cope and she'll be like, oh, I don't want to like be with a guy like him, but which is just cope because if she wants to date like black guys more than me, that's her being goilord. She's already like that's already failure. She's if she already doesn't like white people over, sorry, she prefers another race over her own. She's already a failure. She's already a victim of feminism, and that's her cope. I know I'm not the best looking person at all, but I know I've got boundaries, and I know like I just refuse to like compromise with women like this. This is just like Indians, black and low T men will want to deal with this. Like a simpy boyfriend, like a simpy loser boyfriend who will like be like let you wear a thong to the beach, or let you go to like Mexico with the girls to like so you can suck off like 15 dudes in like a nightclub and like call me up at like 2 in the morning and say like, oh, I love you so much, but that's you coping because you sucked 15 dicks and you want to pretend everything's okay. I know the game. I know the game. Boring. Show me something new. Yeah. It was just funny because you could just tell, like, obviously, like, probably like the fat. It's just funnier when I just make them really unappealing because they usually are. Because like, if you were a good-looking dude and you had a yacht, there's no way you would need to pay for women. If you need to pay for women to come to your yacht, you probably are fucked. Probably look chopped. You're probably like Neon. Like some loser like Neon, and they need the money because they know that. That's why like people who are good looking don't need the money, and we don't care about it because we just think like we can probably just fuck and just get women. So all the losers, like the fat chopped black guys and the ugly black guys, any black guy mostly, they have to compensate. They need to earn millions. Like a millionaire black guy is about the equivalent of me, who's got nothing. Like, that's how much you got to do. So fine, I can accept that. Some dude who's like a millionaire or like probably like into like the 100Ks, black guy, probably can get like the same kind of women as me. Not the same standard of women, because there'd just be loads of like white women who just are of good value integrity, just won't want to race mix. But sure, he'll cope and say there'll be loads of black women who probably won't want to fuck me, and I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. I don't ever want to fuck a black woman. So that's not really a fit. But then he'll cope and pretend that the white women who don't want to fuck him, he won't want to fuck. That's the cope, because that's not true. Because there might just, I'm just giving an example. There might just be like someone like Sydney Sweeney, who is like probably objectively the hottest woman in the world, and she might just never want to fuck a black guy. So he'll never get that chance. Whereas at least I do get a chance because I'm white. See what I mean? So that's the kind of cope that they'll do. Whereas he'll be like, well, there's what's her name, Leslie Jones, and she said she would never fuck a white man. I'm like, okay, have fun with that. Yeah, go on then. Yeah, go fuck Leslie Jones. All right. The fucking fat lesbian-looking black woman from Ghostbusters. Yeah. I'm sure like her looks match would be Drusky, but she won't want to fuck Drusky, and then Drusky won't want to fuck her. So it doesn't. That's why it doesn't make sense. So someone like Leslie Jones probably thinks that she could fuck like really hot. She can't because she's ugly. Like seriously, I don't know how much you'd have to pay me to fuck Leslie Jones. I'm not even kidding. I could not fuck her unless you pay me money, like a good amount of money. It'd have to be a lot of money. Like I will do it because it's I don't, and I'd have to have Viagra. I don't think I could. I really don't. I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just being honest with you. I don't think I could. There are women. They like. I know it's hard for people to understand this, but as a high value man, and Clavicular will tell you this. There are just some women I won't fuck. Like, it doesn't matter how horny I am. I'm just not gonna fuck like some like fat black woman or disgusting looking fat Asian woman or something like. Most of it's gonna be fat. If you're fat, I'm just probably not gonna find you attractive. If you're Indian, forget about. There's like a couple of Indian women I might know. I just think it's disgusting. I just don't want anything to do. You roll around in poo. It's disgusting.
Is from my tattoo artist in Liverpool, who I will link in the description. It actually goes, I don't want to show you my tits, but it goes all the way down there. It goes all the way down there, and then I've got this underpiece, which I'll show you in a minute.
I can probably tell a bit of a tits, but I don't think she's an A, but she's probably a B. She's got smaller tits than my first ex. She was a 32C. So she might be a 30B or 32B, I think. Maybe a 32C, but I don't think she's got bigger tits than my first ex. I don't think so. It doesn't. She's got very small tits. She's probably a B. Which is why she needs to get tattoos around them, because she wants to draw attention to her tits. She probably hasn't got like a tramp stamp on her ass. But that's the problem. It's like she's been goy-lorded, and again, there's like a funny meme that I keep posting, and I do it mostly again to just kind of wind black people up. And it's like a picture of like this woman. It's her 40th birthday. And it's just a cartoon. And she's like looks at her cake, and she like looks in the mirror and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm old." And the original picture, it's her going to like plastic surgery, and then she gets like like the last image is her looking fucked, like alien head, and she's got like a massive lips, and she looks fucked. And she goes, "Much better." I took that comic and I replaced the plastic surgery with black people, and I always post it because it always comes up, so I always just repost it with the black people, and it's just great because again you get like deceiving black people get really angry, right? Like, what does this mean? Question mark, question mark, question mark, and it's like again like LeBron James like dunking the ball because they're too dumb, even if it's a joke. Because what I'm inferring is black people are like hyper sexually obsessed. So when a white woman interacts with them, they can't have normal sex because they're like degenerate. Like normal sex to them is just they can't get hard on that. If you ask a black man to like have missionary with like a woman, a white woman, he won't be able to do it. He has to have like back shots or anal, or she has to have like her anus stretched out. Something really fucking degenerate. An animal has to get involved. He has to watch porn while he like masturbates, and then she's got like, as he's jerking off, she's got to like go onto his penis. It's something really fucked like that. You always hear these stories of women saying the most fucked thing, and they never tell you the race of the person, and that's the goy lord. That's the goy lord. That's because Katie would have been told, or any white woman, do not ever mention a race because every man's the same. Once that gets unraveled and you keep saying, what is the race? What is the race? What is the race? And you keep getting blocked, you know it's because they're black. And you know the reason why is because they don't want that agenda. The reason why is because they secretly want to keep the black people in, because they know the black people will always want to fuck Katie. They know that people like me won't want to fuck Katie. They'll be like, if Katie has to have like the white looks match of who she would get, she won't want to fuck him. But she knows that she wants to fuck like the 6 or 7, 8 black guy who will find her attractive. Because she's been goy lorded to like look at Drake, who's like big mutton chops, and he's like fat, like big. He's starting to get like big jewels now, and he's like, yeah, still gonna release my Iceman album. And it's always funny because it's like I mentioned about Drusky on Ice, but apparently it's Drake on Ice, so I was nearly right. Isn't that funny, Katie? Isn't that funny how I nearly got it right? I used to always joke about Drusky on Ice, but it was actually Drake on Ice. He was my other black guy. The 3 black people I always like would joke about. It's always LeBron James, because he just looks fucked. He just looks like an absolute fucking, like, he's got like doll's eyes, just a massive fat chin. Imagine how many white women he's ruined. Like Katie, like 200 years ago, he would have been like in his ancestors, the James ancestral family, been like Nigeria, just like eating grubs in a hut. And because he's born 9 foot or whatever, however tall he is, as some kind of black genetic anomaly, he gets to get invited into America to like fuck all the hot white women as a humiliation ritual. His Jewish like owners would know that, and they'd be like, "Oi, they, don't worry, just go and sexually abuse as many women. We can use our lawyers and our internal Jewish system to just make it so any crime you have will just be hidden," which is what they're doing. But your job is just to go out there and, when you're in your heyday, he's married now. I know that's why it's not relevant now. But when his heyday, he probably did. Like when he was like first famous, he probably like had again like a revolving door of white women, specifically white, because he would be like more attracted to white women because they're every races. You can't pretend they're not. And he would every single one of those women who fucked him would be ruined. Not only because, like, if they told their partners, and they would, because they'd be proud about it, because they'd be like, yeah, I slept with a Negro. And every single, like, white guy that she would tell would just probably, like, distance themselves from that. Because I don't want to fuck a woman knowing, like, they fucked a black guy. I just don't want that. I don't want to, like, know what shit they go up to. I don't want to hear, like, what you did with a black guy. I don't want to hear that. It's fucked. Like, you might as well just see you like fucking some like dude in a mud hut in Africa. That's how I see it. Might as well just be you fucking some like black guy, like some black guy in a loincloth with like tribal shit. Just fucking him. That's the way it feels like to me. If you want to do that, fine. But I don't want anything to do. You can go stay in Africa. It's like with Pearl. Once we have her way, she can just if we really want to deal with like these race mixes, we'll teach them a lesson. She hasn't got any white kids. She doesn't want any allegiance with white people. So let's just take her to Africa. That's what she wants. She's American. Let's give her what she wants. So she can go back to Africa and we'll just see what happens to her. She might be alright. Maybe she'll get like hailed as a queen, or maybe she'll get like violently R-worded and ripped into pieces and eaten. But oh well, she'll have what she wants. She got to spend all the time doing that, and she wanted to rile up African Americans, and that's fine. Like I said, I'm not gonna judge. Sorry, in the sense of like that, but I'll just say like I'm not gonna judge the consequences of what you've done. So we'll put you in Africa, and whatever happens to you in Africa, we'll just accept that. I'm not going to be angry at whatever the Africans do. I won't be angry at Pearl for her decisions. But if she ends up getting like decapitated and eaten because it's some some voodoo religion ritual, okay, I won't be angry at that. She should have just not done that, but she did.
It basically links.
She decided, like, when it was hot to do that before COVID or 2019, when it was pick me to, like, be a white person who's against women but loves black men, that grift would last forever. And in 2026, it would still be good, and she'd be the queen and she'd be a billionaire. But she didn't. She put the chips on the wrong table. She got the wrong bet, and that's what I'm saying. That hasn't worked. Like, people are losing it. Like, their reputation is tail spinning now. So you being like a mud shark and fucking black people is not seen as being cool. The Democrats are out now. All that's gone. We don't like that. We don't want there to be a mud shark telling us like white women what to do. How can I sit and listen to Pearl telling other white American women what to do when we know like she fucked literally a homeless black guy in London? Like, she wouldn't fuck me. She wouldn't want to fuck me, who did have a place. She wants to fuck a homeless black guy. Like, what does that say about her? What does that say about how much she likes herself? Why do I want her to, like, tell me shit? She wants to fuck a homeless black guy. A fat homeless black guy as well.
My tattoos. And then I've got...
So she's got, under her tits, she's got some fucking angel. Angel she is not. Katie's the opposite. She's like a Satan. Remember in the Garden of Eden, who broke God's commandment? The woman. In biblical terms, the Antichrist is most popular with women. The devil is most popular with women. There's a common thread here, isn't there? Every time like Jesus gets tempted, another one of the temptations is loads of women. There's a real interesting thing here, common denominator. Evil devil, women, evil, chaos, destruction, abortion, destruction of civilization, women, women. Seems to be. I can't guess. I don't know. I'm not sure. Probably the man made Eve eat the apple. But to be fair.
Oh, Nirvana tattoo. I've got the.
And then she's got like two cherubs with guns. So cool. Like when I fuck Katie and I'm gonna like blam into her. Like that's what I wanna see. I wanna like blam into this is like and this is why it's like black people have obviously made her do this. Because even black people, like their attention span's so bad that even when they're fucking they need to have like pop ups on the woman to like keep them interested. So like when she's getting railed by Tyrone, he's got like the cherubs, and you can like think about the cherub, and maybe like he like wants to go off to like this like angel. You see what I mean? It's like I'm surprised Katie doesn't have like a naked like Sydney Sweeney like topless like on her. Like you might as well.
These two angels holding AKs, and then I've got these kind of cyber.
Yeah, they look absolutely hideous. They look absolutely hideous. So she's trying to do this as a way to like show off her like progress. It's I know like what women do. This is like the excuse. It's like when a woman gets a tattoo, any excuse she has to like show it, she will. So she'll if you get a girlfriend right, and she suddenly gets like a tattoo on her navel, guess where she's gonna want to go to the beach all the time, or want to go to the public pool all the time? Why? 'Cause she wants to get validation from other women and other men. It's obvious. Women aren't getting tattoos for like their man; they're getting it for other men and other women. Um, so she's got shitty lightning bolts that look fucked. They look. I could draw better lightning bolts than that. They don't even look like lightning bolts. It just looks like cracks and glass, I suppose. She's got them again. It looks horrible. Just get rid of them. You know, Pete Davidson's got rid of all of his tattoos. I think this is going to be the new fad. The Jewish people have convinced women to get loads of tattoos, and now they're going to pay. They're going to pay to get them removed. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. On Kay's right arm, she's got on her like whole bicep. It's like an omni from like Japanese deities. Some horrible, violent looking evil mask. But again, I'm not allowed to refer to her as being like part of the Antichrist and the devil because she's got like Hello Kitty, so she's cute. And then she's got on her forearm just some shitty flowers. It's just there's nothing. It just doesn't make any sense. It's just ruined herself.
Katyklism, I don't know what you call it, on both sides, as well as one's there. And then I've got, because I don't want to go.
And then she's got belly piercing as well, which is got like she's just got nothing better to do with her money. She's like, oh, I'm not gonna show you my pussy, obviously, but look, she probably does have like a clit piercing. She's probably got like her clit pierced. She's probably got like piercings that go right up to her clit. She's probably got a piercing on her anus as well. Like, why not? Why not?
This must be what Luis was talking about.
Luis, just Lewis. Isn't it? And the black and Indian fans, well, they're the ones getting the erection. I'm not. My penis is like is firmly like in my body at the moment. It's gone inside. It's like a snail. It's like a snail shell. It's gone. And if you think that's disgusting over an Indian man, a fat Indian dude with a turban who says he does have an erection, then you're fucked, get you? Then you have fun with the fat Indian man with a turban who's masturbating to you having Thunderbolt tattoos because he's got like horrible poo-colored Indian-skinned women, and that's all he gets to fuck.
Go too far down because you might see my happy trail. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about that. I feel like I should probably the sides as well as one's there, and then I've got because I don't want to go too far down because you might see my happy trail. Yeah.
So Oh, I forgot what you call that bit, but like the love muscle, I think is what they refer to. It's like the bottom two parts of your pectorals that are the most hard to do. She's just got like, yeah, it's just again, it's just like shitty tribal stuff that like was cool. Do you remember when I tell you what, you remember when like the DS SP came out? No, 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 the Game Boy Advance SP came out. They did a Game Boy Advance SP, and there was one which was like my friend had it. It was silver and it had tribal tattoos on it. That was when tribal tattoos were like really big, and it was just like really mainstream to like see like blokes, like white dudes who just gone to like, I don't know, traveling on holiday to Thailand and they come back with these tribal tattoos. That was when it was like cool. 2026 is not when it's cool. It's just not cool at all. You just look ridiculous. You just ruined yourself. And it's usually with these like women who have been like bullied when they were kids. So they have the tattoos from the trauma of being bullied, and then they become like health obsessed. So they just become like these gym people, and they just become like, you see them so much. These really, really overly muscular women who are super, super like masculine because they've been bullied, and like they remind me of like, Spinelli from like Recess, just like. It's okay with Spinelli because at least Spinelli is like a fucking 8-year-old, so you just think, okay, well, she doesn't need. But it's like no, it's like just
No, I don't know what else to say about that. I feel like I should probably explain what they are. Fucking hell, me stamping shakes the floor. Because people say, why did you get it? Quite frankly, I just like them. That's it. I just like that.
yeah, exactly. Is that good enough? So if I want to do heroin and I just say, oh, I like doing heroin, is that good? Oh, I like scamming people. Oh, okay, should I do that? This is it. This is the women get the hedonistic. So feminism is essentially taking the narcissistic trait all women have and just turning it into empowerment. So anything Katie wants to do, and this is why every time women go to therapy, all the Jewish therapists ever say is just you should just have a period where you just like go into like everything you want to do, and that's what's happened. She's gone to therapy, spoken with Mr. Steinberg, and she'd be really like really really like impressed because she'd go into Mr. Steinberg's office and she pays him like $1,000 an hour, so she knows already that he's got to be worth it because other people are doing it. And he'll go into his office and have like loads of these oak placards on his wall, which would just be like these weird generic certificates which you can just get from anywhere. And the Indians do the same thing, and just it's something you'd hear like Larry David do on an episode. He'd be speaking to Jeff, and he'd be like, "Look, white people are so stupid. Trust me, I guarantee if you just like give me like a nice smart shoe, some glasses, and just stick up some random plaques, which is God knows nothing. Who cares? They won't look at them. They'll never question it. I guarantee you, I could just get people to come in here and convince it." And Jeff would be like, "Huh, you're on." They go, and he'll like pan into like some office, and you just like see Larry, and he'll just have like some glasses on, and like a little dicky bow. And he'll have like some office which just looks like really good. He's just rented out, and just like loads of these like fake placards, which just say the University of Nothing. But they were like written in like cursive, so they can't like actually make out what it says. And like some idiot like Katie would just come in, and she'd just get like intimidated. She'd just come in to see like him in his like leather chair, massive desk, loads of like booze around him, like a cigar, like a thing of cigars, like there. Um, Loads of like really expensive like trophies which don't you could just buy them off on the internet, just buy these like, generic trophies, and she doesn't care, she'll never question it, whereas I'd go in there and I would question it. I would literally stand up and I'd start like, looking at them, and if I did that they'd go, "What are you doing? That's weird, can you get out please?" And that's because they know like I'm about to like, and that's what happens. Like every time you're autistic and you do stuff like that, it's because they know like you're, because if they were generally like true certificates they'd let you look at them, they'd be like, "Oh yeah," and they'll talk about them, because they know that they know that you're being weird by doing what they do, so they have the social ability to do what they do. See what I mean? So it's why it doesn't matter.
That was it. And then in terms of like the angels, well, they came same with these. I just like the pattern. This one has a bit more of a meaning. It says cry baby. 2 meanings. Luckily, AKs, no meaning. Just liked it. And then same with the kind of, and then same with these. I just like the pattern. This one has a bit more of a meaning. It says cry baby.
Oh my god. Please get rid of them. Just get rid of them, please. Like, if you get rid of the tattoos, seriously, I don't even know why I'm doing this. I don't know. It's just so bad. It's just me being like a white man and just seeing what they turned you into. It's bad. I get that you got bullied, but just come on.
2 meanings. Luckily, originally it's a Melanie Martinez album, but she's got a little bit of controversy.
Again, exactly. So, you know, where I say like how women will regret like their decisions. So she's just got like a tattoo of some stupid woman, and it's like now she's controversial. It's like I told you, I had a friend who got like there was like, what was it? It was like a brand called like the Famous Stars and Stripes. And it was like a circle. It was like a star, but like half of the star would have like a red part, and then they have a white part. And he got that tattooed, and it's just like, then it's just like, what relevance is that going to have now? He's going to still have that tattoo today. The guy who gave me MDMA and sold my friend AMT, he got like his whole back with a Majora's Mask. It's like one of the famous promos of like Majora's Mask of like Link just like sitting with like one of the masks. And it's like the moon's in the background. He's like in Clock Tower, and it's like it must have taken the artist. I'm not even kidding. Like 20 hours. I've done drawings to that caliber. I know how long it takes to do those drawings. He would have been in and out like probably like a week getting that done. It would have cost him a grand, like thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds. But he got that done, and to the best of my knowledge, he still has that. That would be a hell of an effort to get rid of. But to the best of my knowledge, he's got that still. So he's now 30, the same age as me. And every time he like his girlfriend fucks him, he's got to like see. Well, I don't know if you necessarily see his back, but it's just you just got to know that your boyfriend's got like a fucking tattoo on his back with the whole of Majora's Mask, which I'm sure like loads of dudes be like, whoa, sick. And maybe there is a woman who loves that, I mean, but it's just weird. It's just weird. Like, why do I, even if you're like fucking, why do I want to like fuck some guy who's got like a tattoo of a kid on his back? It's weird. It's really weird. But I'm not allowed to say that. Apparently, I'm weird for saying that.
So the other meaning, which kind of goes nicely, is that when I was with my ex-partner, he used to mock me all the time for crying. Kind of sad.
Probably black. But again, isn't it funny that Kay picks the men who mock women for crying? Because I never mock women for crying. But Kay wouldn't want to date me because she'd say I'm boring. She'd just be like, oh yeah, that input's boring. He doesn't slap my ass when I'm in bed. He doesn't choke me. At least Tyrone, he knows how to treat a woman. He knows how to like fucking like, you know, be an animal in bed. Input, he's a little gay lord. He just wants to like kiss and hug. That's gay. Why do you want to do that? Sex is all about being really degenerate and like whipping and hurting each other. Nothing gets sex out better than when you get really hurt. Like, I want to like orgasm when I'm like just about to die. That's like the hottest thing for me. Says gay.
So when he was like really horrible to me, I'd cry, and then he'd be like, "You're such a."
When he was really horrible to me, I don't remember a lot of times again when I was in relationships with women where I was really, really horrible to them. So I was taught to treat women really well, but. So there's either two things here. Kay again picks really bad men who treat her really bad enough to make women cry, and I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think there's been definitely moments where I've argued with a girl, my ex, and they've cried as a result of that. But that wasn't inadvertently just me just trying to like make them cry, and I definitely wouldn't have been like. Normally, when like women cry, I used to be goy-lorded, and I used to like actually like empathize and then not want them to. But now I probably don't because I just think they cry for the sake of it, crocodile tears. But. I certainly wasn't doing it for the sake of it. So that, again, there's two quandary. You got a quandary. Either you're an idiot and you vet and date black men, or 9 out of 10 dudes who are just going to treat you like shit because they can, or um, you admit that you're not smart enough to make your own decisions, and you need a man or a chaperone to like tell you what to do, which is probably more what it is.
Crybaby. I'd be like, yeah. Kind of. I just thought it was cool. This one, my very first tattoo is a dragon. That was the very first one I got. We'll do my arm.
So the dragon, if you just maybe just had the dragon as a statement, that might work. Maybe. I think men, there's still going to be like some men who just won't touch you. They'll just say if any woman's got a tattoo, they just don't want anything to do with you. Because in my opinion, I also view tattoos as being self-harm. So you basically are just admitting that you are like kind of into self-harm, and do you know what I mean? Probably that translates into the bedroom. I would love, okay, if you're listening, and this will really test to know if Kay's listening. Can you do a video on like, because you just seem to care, just say whatever. Can you just tell me sort of what you do in the bedroom? Don't have to get into massive detail, and it's not. I'm not trying to beat off to it, but it's like Freud said, you can tell a lot about what they do in the bedroom. And I'm more than sure that she's not going to be someone who's going to be like, when I like me and my partner get it on. Oh yeah, he just does missionary and just plows me for like 3 minutes. But oh man, it's hard enough for me to get off. No, it's not going to be like. It's definitely not. She's going to need whips and chains and like probably like toys and stuff. I cannot imagine she's going to be someone who's going to just get off in the most conventional means. Absolutely not.
Now, so we've got my hands. I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of this. I'm going to be honest. I did like it to begin with. I wish I'd got something else. It is what it is. But this one I love. This one is great.
It looks rubbish. It looks really shit. And the other thing as well is that, like, the ink is already like fading. I know why. It's because she's probably got OCD and she probably just washes her hands loads. So by getting tattoos in your hands is probably just the stupid thing you can do. Right, let me save it because I want to end it. Can I even go back? Because I've been playing this for way too long. I gotta go fucking go to sleep. Got kicked out of the fucking thing. I like that they just get rid of Ashley. This is an excuse for you to fight, like.
Scorpion, people say I'm a Scorpio. No, I'm actually an Aquarius. And every time, I don't believe in star signs, but I tell you, when I find posts that are like talking about like certain character traits, and I'm like, that's me, and I'll open the comments and someone will be like Aquarius, and I'm like, oh.
Kay like believes in astrology. You know what's really funny about these astrology things is they did an experiment where it was like a couple of hundred like university graduates, and they like lied and they just said this is like a specific, like they wrote like their like names and stuff and made it look like they'd obviously put loads of effort into it, and they were like, we've managed to use the top end computers and we've managed to work out specifically from like your grades and stuff, just some bullshit. There's not the point. That we've been able to like work out exactly like your personality. So below is a sentence that a paragraph that will like describe you to a T. And then like there was like a paragraph, and they were like afterwards they were like, do you mind giving this a score out of like 10 just to show like how relevant it was to you. And they did it, and it was just something like fucking overwhelming. It was like 80% of people agreed that like this statement that they've written was like really, really close to them. They were like, oh my god, how did you know that? And then like, so they did that, and then like afterwards, like the examiner was like, okay, everybody, what did you, everyone is rated, we've cleared the scores now, and we know that everybody seems to be pretty happy with the results of this computer. It seems like the average score is 8 out of 10, so it seems like this computer is doing a really good job, and everyone, all the people are like, oh, very cool. And then, so then he goes, okay, so everybody, do you mind everyone who's sat there, do you mind passing your paper to the person to your left? And everyone does, what? And he passes the person to the left. And then they start reading it, and then they all notice that every single person's sentence, paragraph is exactly the same. Exactly the same. It's all got the same kind of platitudes that all the horoscopes have, which is just, they just put in these, like, what do they call them? They're like Barnum statements or something like that. It's like a phrase for it. It's just like, there's like a psychological thing where you can just sort of say something and it's like it will relate to kind of everyone. If I say, for example, you're gonna have good luck with money, like 98% of people are probably gonna relate to that, because even rich people probably would. There's probably just be like 2% of people about, I don't have any problem with money. But do you know what I mean? It's gonna be there'll be the anomalies where it's not relevant. It's the masses that they. So if you say that, loads of guys are going to be like, "Oh my god, yes, yes, that's I have problems with money." Like even I would probably say I've probably got I think about money. Kay probably says she thinks about money. Even Elon Musk probably thinks about money. So it's just, that's what a Barnum statement is. It's just a really vague thing which just applies to loads of people. It's like when they do cold reading and they're like, I'm picking up readings. I'm picking up readings. Some old male gentleman, and he's going by the name. I'm getting like maybe like Jasper. He's recently passed away from an illness. James. And he's waiting for somebody in the audience to be like, "It's me! It's me! I had a dad called Jeffrey who died of kidney failure." And, yes, yes, because when he says Jeffrey kidney failure, he's pretending he's lying at that point. And then he says yes, yes, he's lying. He doesn't get that. He's just feeding off this dude. And now this guy's excited because he's in a show, and all the attention's on him, and so he doesn't know how to deal with it. So now he's going to just start like telling him all the information, and then all the psychic needs to do is basically just repeat what he says. They're just going to add like a little vague statement which might infer something. So he'll be like, "Yes, yes, I'm picking up just Jeffrey," and he says, "Don't worry, don't worry about. Is there anything you're worrying about?" "Yeah, my job." "Yeah, that's it. Don't worry about your job." That's how you do it, Katie.
Oh my god. So maybe I do believe. I don't know. This is a ventilator. I got it because Breaking Bad.
So lame. So lame. Sorry, Kate. What part of Breaking Bad? Like, I like the show Breaking Bad. Like, it's a really good show, but I don't worship any of the characters because they're all fucking sociopaths and really not good people. This is the other thing that like we've been goy-lauded. A lot of times when you watch these TV shows, it's like these people they're like anti-heroes. Like Walt isn't a hero. He sells meth. Although you only hear about like the top end stuff, like what's happening with him. Like there's probably like fucking thousands of people who've like OD'd on his shit and you don't hear about. He's like a sociopath. He's not a good person. Stuff he puts his wife and kids through is horrible. Why do you have a mask of it? Jesse Pinkman, he's not a good person either if you really break it down to what he does. Even if you want to say he has a redemption arc, it doesn't care. He's still done shitty stuff. I swear he kills a few people, doesn't he? I don't care what you want to say or whatever, like shitty shit or that woman who dies to the open. It doesn't matter. He still killed people or did stuff.
Because it's what they have in Breaking Bad. Then I've got another says in bloom. It doesn't.
So lame. It's got a sword as well.
Really look like it says in. It's backwards, so you can't read it anyway. And then a sword. And then I've got a pleading skeleton. Pleading for.
These are like the sort of like lame, shitty conversations these got women have. It's like, because she wouldn't have had any like sexual attention until she's like in her like, late 20s when she got hot. It's just these are the sort of shitty things they do. It's just like she fucks like some black guy who's like an upcoming rapper, and then like they just like, spend all time just in bed because they have nothing to talk about. What's this tattoo? What's this tattoo? Huh. What's this tattoo?
The deer. And then Medusa, which is often a tattoo that people. Then I've got a pleading skeleton. Pleading for the deer. And then Medusa.
It's not even a good Medusa, it's just really fucked. It's so stupid.
Which is often a tattoo that people have to symbolize being rape or essay.
Why? Why? It's because what Medusa the woman turns the man to stone. Therefore it symbolizes rape. Okay, what are you talking about? It's the woman who gets petrified. Actually, no, it's not. So why is that anything to do with Medusa?
A survivor. So that's why I got that. And then this, one of my most big.
So can you just prove that literally she gets tattoos for trauma? By the way, she just literally proved it. Okay, here's the fucking horrible demon. Imagine like plowing Katie, giving her back shots because she's a black boyfriend. You're gonna see this like fucking gaping like Japanese mask. Yeah, that's good. That's really cool. Imagine like showing your kids that, Katie. Imagine like breastfeeding your kid, Katie, and then the kid starts crying because he sees that.
Is a freak show tattoo from American Horror Story. So it's basically the
American Horror Story.
entrance that the main area is in. So in freak show they walk through this big door. I just thought that was sick. I then.
I can't. Just thought it was sick. She's got a knuckle duster with like hearts in the finger rings. She looks she's so badass. Like, look at her face. All of this would have cost loads. Each one of these tattoos cost loads. I got like a little tiny little tattoo on my ankle because my ex made me get it, and it cost like fucking like 300 quid. I should go back and get my money. I know it. I remember. I should have fucking go there and check her out. Bullshit.
Have this heart-shaped knuckle duster again. My mum hates it, probably.
My mum hates it. Probably your mum hates it. Definitely. Your dad probably is an alcoholic because of it. If I had daughters, luckily I don't, and they did this, I would become an alcoholic.
I just thought it was cool. I have this, which is another Breaking Bad reference. It's Lily of the Valley, so that's why it's got.
She's like a product of her time. She's like, you know, like when they make those like meme boards, like if you were born in 2010, like Katie is just that. She's just a meme board. It'd be like if you're born in her age, like Breaking Bad, what was it called, American History, whatever that shitty, the stupid. My friend used to watch it. Hey, you should watch it. You'll love it. I was like, no, I can be more scary than whatever these fuckers can do. Katie won't be able to watch this whole video because I'm way too scary for her.
Skulls as berries. Not anymore. No more on that one. I'll lower this. This. Sorry to see the bottom of my cheek.
So she's just showing her arse. She's just actually just showing her arse now. But there's a butterfly like under her arse. So it doesn't look like she's wearing pants either, which is very, very weird as well.
I do apologise. Is an Animal Crossing Crossing butterfly.
That is an Animal Crossing butterfly. I don't know what. I played Animal Crossing. I don't think that's Animal Crossing butterfly. So I don't know what she's talking about.
Absolutely love Animal.
And she's what? And also she's wearing like a. She just has a dress, by the way, that is just literally cuts off like her top of her thigh. So if you're going to date Katie, just remember she has this dress that she'll probably want to wear like with her friends. It's just cuts off like literally before, like, you can see her ass. Like, before. So I don't know what she wears with it, because if you wear tights, tights, you'll still see her ass. So I don't know what she's wearing with it. A skirt? It doesn't really work.
Crossing. She basically signifies like a transformation and resilience and kind of the strength of women, and how, well, essentially I got this when my rape case was dropped.
It's all they can do. It's all women do. Just can't make anything. They can't, like, Katie can't like invent something like Elon Musk, can she? She can't like develop anything, invent a new product, or make a new idea, do anything. No, she's just gotta like live off like the pain of being raped. Brilliant. This is just great. Let's just let all women do this. Brilliant.
And it was just to signify that stage of my life is over. I just thought it was really cool. The devil kind of signified to me, you know, that's how I was made to feel throughout the process. And
I bet you've had some hell, haven't you? I bet you've had your kids pulled away from you, and you're not allowed to see your kids for a long time because your ex makes. I bet you've dealt with stuff like that before. That would probably make you have loads of tattoos, wouldn't it? But I mean, you wouldn't know about that because you don't know anything about that. I mean, I could talk about your dogs getting taken away, and I bet you'd be really upset about that. But if I could tell you that your kids is 10 times worse, you wouldn't believe me, would you? And I wonder why you wouldn't believe me. I know, and you know, and your fans don't, but I'm not going to say, because that'll just be our little secret.
no matter what people think of me, I don't know. It's just status of transforming into better and still being strong, and I just thought it was really fucking cool. I'm the same guy that
It's really fucking cool.
did my tigers. This is a nice, meaningful piece. I actually...
It's just like 3 tattoos on like her thigh, and it's just like a sun with the most stupid looking like face I've ever seen. A head with just like long hair, and then fuck knows what. It's just grim. I don't want to look at this shit.
To show you the reference to this, I've spoke to you guys before about my 90. She used to read me this, and it has tails in it, so...
It's the Aesop's fables. Clearly Kay didn't learn anything from any of them. She didn't learn like from the crow who put like the rocks in the mirror. She didn't learn from like the tortoise and the hare. She didn't learn from any of that.
The fox without a tail, so it gives you morals. The boastful traveller, the crow and the fox, who will bell the cat, the goose that laid the golden egg, stuff like this. Just books about morals.
The irony is that there's actually like there's like more modern tales from Kay's just existence than there was in the Aesop's tales. Like they're old, but I've got plenty of like little stories about Kay. I told you about this.
Morals to teach children, and that's the reference in memory of...
My Aesop's, they call it the Emperor tales. Like my Emperor tales, the woman with too many tattoos. And there'll just be a picture of Kay. Once there was a girl called Kay who was fat at school and was bullied. When she left school, she decided to get really thin, but she went too far. Instead of getting like becoming feminine, she turned into a man, and she just got covered in tattoos. And then she just lives like with her dogs and just like her cats and no children. That's it. There's no moral to the story. That's just the sadness of the tale. It's just that is the story. And the Kays are wearing some weird shoes, well, you know, little girl shoes where they've got little buckles. It's weird. It's really weird. Because I had exes and they never wore like weird shoes. That just invokes like this. This is what I mean. So the left are like they see like people on the right playing Pragmata and just like loving it because it's got a cute girl in it. And they'll like say like, "Oh, you're a pedophile." Kay just wears like little girl like doll shoes, and then she's like, "Nah, I'm not a pedophile. I'm not trying to bait Indians."
Tiny. I miss her loads, and it's just every time.
You know what? Your 90 would have loved Kay if you had some kids under your belt. But you're not going to do that. You're going to wait until you're 30 and have some mixed race kids. That's what your 90 would not have wanted. You to fuck black Negroes. Brilliant.
Missy, it kind of reminds me of her and just makes me feel happy. And then this knee tattoo genuinely made me want to fucking crash out. Most painful tattoo of my entire body. Genuinely the worst. I thought I was dying. I think that's it. Me and my sister are getting matching.
No, don't get your tits. Don't. Please don't. 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 You're a bad influence. Don't do it.
Animal Crossing tattoos, which I'm really excited about in June. So that'll be adding to my collection. And once I've bought a house and I've
Oh, she's gonna buy a house. Well, I don't know. I'll wait until she buys one, because we'll see. Because I can say I could do anything, but it's not until I do it that I do, so we'll just hang on.
save some money, then I'll be getting tattoos again. I'll be getting a shit ton more. But for now, I'm like, I've got.
Remember, no kids. All of this is completely inconsequential because one white child is worth $1 billion, a pound. She doesn't know that. It's even worth more than $1 billion, but she doesn't know that. She doesn't care. She just wants to like get Goy Lord stuff and buy like tattoos and stuff. That's all that matters.
Other priorities I need to stop spending. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy.
Remember, when women earn money, they spend it on themselves. Kay, remember, she's just an anomaly. I promise you, she's not like all women. But anyway, she's done, so I'm out. I'm outie.